Welcome to the rundown. I am Oz, and he is not. Just not Micah, not Oz, not anything. He's Steve. Hello,
Hello.
Steve. Welcome.
Hello, mate. And hello, everyone. I'm just trying to get us onto some other platforms, so Instagram and stuff like I normally do when we go live.
That's all right.
So give me a sec, and I'll be with you in spirit. Oh,
It's
yeah.
cool. I typed something in the main chat that I meant to type in our private chat. So that's I'm feeling great right now. I've just gone and put that on the because
No towel on the door this week.
Well, last week, right before when the video was cutting, was when I grabbed the towel and ripped it off the door, before the video started.
And people don't know what that means, and they're having to deal with
and now it's the first comment, and it just says host. So I might, if I hadn't said anything, they might have thought it was you. Welcome to the rundown. We're into week 7. Well, we're breaking down week 7. We're now into week 8. So the Britball season's pretty much halfway over. And I've got a little bit of a weird tagline name today, so that's what I want to start with. It doesn't say Oz, and this is going to be aimed predominantly at a single team. But you can, if you are one of these people and you play for a different team, then the shoe fucking fits. We once again, we've made predictions. We've got them wrong, and people have gotten offended.
Yes.
It's this week. This week's perpetrators, we'll put them as, is the Wimbledon Stallions. Obviously, last week we all went out. We made our predictions, and I don't know if all of us predicted Portsmouth, but there was. I know I picked them. Just having a look here. Yeah, I picked the Dreads. Micah picked the Dreads. And Wembley got all up in their feelings about it when they decided to go out and win. And I mean, what are we doing? Like, this is a team that went 500 last year. Like, you're gonna make the playoffs because it looks like the division that you're in is okay. Like, I mean, I don't think you're beating the Knights. The Hornets are a fucking waste of space in the division whatsoever.
Well, they're relegated.
Yeah, but even just in general, like, they've still got to play them again. I think they've still got one more game against them this week. They're an absolute waste of fucking space. Portsmouth, freshly promoted, I'm pretty sure. Didn't they come up from Div 2 last year? I don't pay enough attention. So it's not like to the entire Div 1 itself is a buzzsaw. Like, that's my opinion on it. Is like everything in Div 1 is just an absolute fucking, like, we have no idea what's going to happen in Div 1. Anybody can beat anybody in any given week in that division.
Yeah.
But when you come out and you get really upset that we've gone the other way, like, there's no in-depth analysis with these guys. Like, we're not sitting here, we're not breaking down your yards per play, and like, I could not tell you a single fucking person who plays for Wembley. Not one. I don't know any Wembley players' names. Like, I don't think I'd even fucking recognize any of them. Like, you could walk past me in the street and go, I play for the Stallions, and I'll be like, I'm sorry. Like, unfortunate you couldn't get into one of the better teams in London, I guess. Like, that's all there is to it. Like I'm sorry that you're not good enough to play for the Warriors, or at this point play for the Olympians, or even play for the Blitz. But that's a different point for arguing. Like, as it stands at the moment, they're probably going to run into either Bristol or East Kent in the playoffs, get one and done, and then just be back onto their mediocrity of a perennial Div 1 team.
Mm-hmm.
But because we picked another Div 1 team over them, they've got all up in their feelings, and they're just posting all over socials about it. So,
yeah, I mean, we get it. Like, you guys don't see a lot of this stuff.
It makes me sad. I wish you would share it more, because I need.
I don't care. Like, but yeah, like pretty much every week, there might be the odd week where it doesn't happen, but pretty much every week. And it's always the opinion-based stuff, right? So every week it's going to be picks, because that's what we do every week.
Which is 100% opinion-based.
But any opinion stuff, any opinion-related stuff, you put an opinion out there, and I think it's because our audience is the people that are involved in the teams. It's not just like fans; it's the coaches, the players, etc. people take it to heart, and they shouldn't. And it's so what happens is, prior to games, sometimes every week we'll get, oh, you're sleeping on work. Wait till you see work. Like,
I love that as well. I love the statement of you're sleeping on. Like we know anything fucking different. Like we've been there at practice. We've seen your numbers. We've seen the plays that you're running. Like we know anything fucking different to be sleeping on them.
And then so there's that whole you're sleeping on whatever. And then there's when a team that was, I don't know, like so you get like the 2 and 1, right? So let's say two people voted for the other team, and one person like team A, one person voted team B. Team B wins, and then you'll get whoever like, let's say it was you. Oh, Oz knows about football. Oz knows what he's talking about, and you're like, fucking, like.
And that must drive you insane, because Oz definitely fucking does.
No, I don't mind, but it's just these are like cliche reactions we get, and then when it's all in on one team and the other team wins,
all three of us.
Yeah, it's only 3. Because I stopped doing it because I like, honestly, it like people trying to give me shit over a prediction, a pick. I was just like, I would sooner ban you from all of our platforms so I didn't have to see it. Right? I don't have the time for it. I've got other stuff I'm working on. I just don't care anymore. Right? Like, I'm not trying to build anything out anymore. Like, we've got what we need to get, and our next phase of Sport Tank is what I'm working on now. You obviously know about what we're doing. So what we currently do, I don't like. Obviously, we're going to keep it going, and like
we might just start picking people. We might just start picking teams based on
moaning. Like, I haven't got fucking time for it, right? So that's why I stopped doing the picks after like week 1, week 2, because people were just going on. I was like, oh, just fuck off. So yeah. So the first thing is like, and I suppose that's what you're alluding to, is like, we do so much more than just the picks, but you pick out the picks, you know, like, and I sometimes feel like if we didn't do the rundown, because that shares opinions, this is something. If we didn't do Britball with the Breens, if we didn't do the picks or share any opinion related stuff, and we just churned out factual pieces that weren't opinion, like I think there would be a huge amount more people that sort of were happy with us and didn't get upset with us. But then we also may as well rebrand as fucking double coverage, right? Like, that's what double coverage did. They pandered to everyone, and people got sick of it. And look at where the fuck they are now. They're nowhere, right? So the whole reason we put, and the whole reason you're involved and many other people have been involved, is because of this openness, and we're not afraid to put opinions out there. But as soon as people, like, I just get tired of people moaning.
They're even putting opinions out. Your rants aren't even up to their old standard. Like, you are slipping.
Yeah, because I don't give a fuck, really. Like, but yeah, I like, people will say stuff like, I hear this, right? So I know Jason Scott, for example, runs a narrative that is, oh, Sport Tank do nothing positive for the game. They don't say anything positive. And that's absolute bullshit. Or we don't do anything positive for the game either. Absolute bollocks. Right?
I still remember when he came on for an interview.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the guy. I don't got nothing. That's the other thing. Like, I'm so indifferent to it. But he gets so caught up in stuff. He got so pissed off that we shone a spotlight on his terrible behavior as a coach twice within about a month, where he fucking grabbed the
manhandled the dude.
When they grab it on video and still denied doing it. And then on video a few weeks later for Tamworth, dragged an injured player about 4 yards. And all we did was sort of say, look, this is fucking bollocks. And then he said it was like a witch hunt and whatever. And now this guy maintains a narrative. And because he's a GB head coach, other people. So we had a live stream, and Dave Gibb, who used to be involved in Gridiron Memes, do you remember?
I know Dave.
He's a Portsmouth Dreadnoughts coach. One of the lads went over to him and was like, oh, do you want to, like, have you got anything to say? And he's like, oh, I don't want to contribute content to Sport Tank because they only ever say negative things about Team GB. And I was like, well, I fucking know where that's come from, right? Like, just bollocks, right? And I don't, like, it's everyone likes it until there's something that they disagree with, and then everything's shit that we do, right? So fuck off. You know, I just don't care. Like I said, I don't mind. I don't have any problem with Jason Scott. Like he's not. He doesn't factor into my day. But I'm just telling you some
What do you mean he
shit
doesn't?
that he's come up with.
Whoa. What do you mean he doesn't factor into? Are you not
exactly.
Waiting?
You wouldn't believe it, but I've got a job. I've got 3 kids. I've got fucking sport tank. I've got a wife.
No. See, So I wake up every morning and I pray at the altar of Jason Scott. I've got a shrine on my wall, and I just pray that one day we can.
I don't dislike Jason Scott, right? But it was absolutely the right thing to fucking do to report on what he fucking did. He should not be the GB coach because of his conduct. I don't believe he should be the GB coach, and that'll rub people up the wrong way. But fuck me, what example should you set if not the highest standard of conduct as someone that's involved in the GB setup for any fucking sport, right? So like it just like it winds me up. And so I sort of group all of this shit, like any sort of detractors or anyone trying to fucking fire shots. Don't get me wrong though, like people also, like we have a laugh as well. Like some people crack jokes and stuff, and we'll go back and forth. Like today, I fucking posted the scores, and I got the cheater score wrong.
Yes, you did.
And then I got it wrong again. So I
fucking
read back. And then everyone's like commenting, and then I started to just pretend, oh yeah, what are you talking about? Because I fixed it. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Right? And that, you know, like that's fine. I'm all about having a good laugh. You know that, right? But when people start to really take it personally and be like, oh, you know, I don't know. Even watching the live streams, like we had fucking connection issues yesterday. Luckily, no one chirped off. But sometimes people are like, "Oh, you guys need to do this," and you know, you shouldn't be running these live streams without the proper equipment. I'm like, "Fuck, you haven't got a clue what equipment we've got." You know, like it's so yeah. I think if we're paying for what we did, I'd be like, I want to listen to it. But all of this, any cost comes out of mostly my pocket, but also some of the other people that are involved pockets because they pay for their own travel and all that sort of stuff. And so I'm like, so when it comes to things like predictions or whatever, I'm just like, just fuck off. So yeah.
So we're 13 minutes. We're 13 minutes into the regularly scheduled programming, and I need to just let everybody. I just need to let everybody know.
Yes, Steve's back.
So Micah's gone. Like Micah got the sack because Steve was so sick of his milk toast takes.
Yeah.
The thing is, the way that anybody who's employed for Steve and Sport Tank, the way that we're not paid per se, but the way that we get like our
not paid at all.
Yeah, per se.
You're not necessarily paid.
You're not necessarily paid, and what I mean by that is that no money ever reaches my account from Steve or Sport Tank.
Yeah. Ever.
But we still have like employee and like he will audit our performance as Sport Tank representatives. And the thing is the way that the performance goes is if you are not generating a certain amount of ire throughout the community, he is unhappy. So we have to be irritating a certain amount of people in order for us to retain our position. And the fact is that Micah is just so fucking bland with all of his takes. He's never pissed off anybody. He's never got off of his fence like once in his life. Like he firmly has just a white picket fence that sits between his legs and it just inserts itself into his rectum. Because there's a pure fence. So Steve's decided to come on and just make sure that we directing the show in the right way. And I just wanted to. I'm just going to very quickly to show that we don't take ourselves too seriously and we don't give a fuck like what people say or think of us or anything like that. In terms of like if you're gonna get all up in your feelings about something we posted in a prediction, then I haven't got time for you. But if you're just gonna a cheeky little bit of chirp, I am all for. And you guys may not have seen this. You may have seen this, but I attended this weekend. Shock horror! I was at another Gateshead Senators game. Someone snapped a photo of me, looking like I'm lurking in the fucking in the bushes. I'm just going to share this here. Let's bring this up. So here's on our post. Can you fix that for me, please?
Yeah, hold on. Give me a sec. It should be. No, there's got to be a better one than that. Let me turn my video off and then. Did that go?
No, now it's just me.
Wow, what's going on with this software? Shit.
Fuck it, I'll zoom in. It's okay. I'll zoom in.
There's like all these presets, and we can't like you can't like control the preset. I just keep moving.
So someone spotted me on the sideline. I'll go back to the other one. Just leave that. That's fine. That's fine. Someone spotted me on the.
What about this one?
Yeah, that's fine as well. Someone spotted
me
on the
sideline.
So you
prefer that one over this one?
Just can't. I'm trying to. I miss Micah. Micah used to leave things.
Yeah. Bring back Micah.
Bring back Micah. Yeah. Hashtag bring back Micah. I'm gonna. But someone spotted me on the sideline, zoomed their camera in, and decided that to snap this photo. And there I am, looking thoroughly perplexed and unhappy. And rather than get all up in my feelings about it, like I thought it was fucking hilarious that the guy spotted me on the game, and and then so I just decided to chuck in a cheeky little comment and just mention that I was looking overwhelmingly disappointed at the product of the game provided.
There's no way people can see like a fucking 16th for the click on the picture, try and make it.
Oh yeah, they can.
They can't see that. Click. Yeah, there you go. That's a little bit better.
That's me on the sideline looking.
I just want people to see it. Look, there you go. Look,
thoroughly disgruntled. Oh, I can't even zoom in anymore. It just doesn't do it. You say shouldn't, but still is. Yeah. I still am allowed. So
keep your campaign going, Adam. You'll get him.
Yeah, jokes on you and the British Police Force. But no, it was good. Oh, yeah, there we go. But no, it was good fun. Yeah, 100%. That Martin, that face does say what the fuck is because I was watching Martin last week told us that there was a certain amount of qualified representatives for BAFRA that ref the games each week. I wonder how many unqualified representatives they have because I'm pretty sure they were fucking doing the game at Gateshead in Lincolnshire.
Well, typically they do blood them in Div 2, which makes sense, right?
Dear mate, like at one point, one of the refs was standing on the sideline telling the coach that he got sacked because so there was a little bit of controversy about Lincolnshire receiver got clocked over the middle. Didn't have the ball or anything, so Lincolnshire wanted defenseless receiver penalty. Wasn't thrown. The refs discussion was it was within 10 yards. They can still, be handsy within 10 yards. Was his point on it. And then he went into some diatribe about how when he used to coach, he used to have his linebackers taking the heads off of receivers as they come across the middle and things like that. And then he got sacked.
This is a ref.
This was a ref. And he was talking to the coach, like trying to explain why they hadn't called the penalty and stuff. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I got sacked because I was too rough when I was coaching." And I was just like,
"Yeah."
And then I didn't say anything, but in my head I was like, "Is it possible you got sacked for just being shit at your job because you're fucking terrible at this one?"
Yeah, Martin's just said they only usually have one on a crew, which makes sense, right? And I've also seen. Not necessarily being shadowed, but them like someone watching them quite closely from the sideline and sort of giving them tips and stuff. So
Martin
Punter, remember him? Is he still about? Where was he? Wolves. He gives everyone lifts. That was the thing. That was the mitigation for this bloke assaulting people. Was but he does give people lifts.
Yeah, receivers should have their head on the squirrel.
On a squirrel.
Yeah, on a squirrel. Well, the receiver had got his head round to look for the ball and got fucking lit up behind him. So
yeah. Well, I mean, you and I played linebacker, and I was a special teams maestro for years, and all I was ever looking for was someone to clean out in front of my coaches, right? Even I remember even a scheme when I played in the States, the head coach was like, "We want you to run from this side of the field, so you line up on that wherever the home team the away team sideline is." Yeah. And then you run all the way across and you do a big hit right in front of everyone on the sideline. and that was it. But that doesn't mean that I don't miss those days. But it doesn't mean that I'll use that as a reason for fucking breaking the rules, right? Like,
yeah, well,
the rules are changed now. I get it, right?
Yeah.
It's a safety thing. People have been killing themselves with shotguns.
Oh, that's the thing. We've all got
brain injuries.
We've all got CTE now and turned into Chris Benoit because we didn't have our fucking heads on swivels.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
like Bex is afraid to come home now because she doesn't know what you.
I'll knock her out, mate. Yeah, I'll fucking. But yeah, you can't. I remember likening it to a change in speed limit on a road. So it's like, you're driving down a road that's been
you were driving
40 miles an hour
but
for
now you have
it's
to
been
drive
40 miles an hour for 6 years, and then you're like, oh, I remember when this was 70.
Yeah.
You're like, so fucking what, mate? We go 70 then. Go 70. See what happens.
Yeah, run
like the rules are changed, so you adjust to them. Like, and that's the bit I don't get is people when they come up with a narrative to stick up for it like that. Shouldn't you have your head on the swivel?
I don't think the thing is right. I don't think this. I don't.
No, is the answer because if you did, then the rule wouldn't be there. The whole point is people are getting hurt, and so it's been changed.
I don't think this ref was a rookie either because he looked like a reconstituted corpse. Like he was pushing 80. Like he was an old.
He was a power eye. He was a power eye ref.
Mate, Lincoln was running power eye. I was like, "What are you doing?" But no, I felt bad because the guy who got lit the fuck up was literally the only person who I saw. And I'll talk about the Gateshead Lincoln game while we're on it. He was the only guy from Lincoln that was actually giving a spark on like offense or special teams that I saw. Like he was I'll shout him out. He was number 85 on the Lincolnshire side. Caught their touchdown, so he was the one who put them within 8 points. Coming over the middle, like he had a really good game. For the game itself was so fucking frustrating. From the Gateshead side, again, they just had two good players. It was on the offensive side. They had, I think he's like number 19 or something. He's the guy who stood out from the receiver position when I've watched them the last few times I've been to their games. And then number 4 in their backfield, who I think might be the fastest player in that division. But he doesn't look it. He looks so slow, but he just outruns everybody.
I think that about Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
the motherfucker's outrunning people, and like, surely you can catch him. Like you're
40
pounds lighter than him. Catch him.
Derrick Henry's like 6'3", 260.
Yeah, he's a fucking statue.
But this number 4 for Gateshead is like 5'7", probably like 195 or something. Like he's not. He's not slender, but he looks so unathletic, but he just outruns everybody else and breaks arm tackles. Like I think he's probably the best offensive player in the whole fucking division. It's just like it is because he scores so many touchdowns. He just runs past everybody that they play. Speed kills, there we go. Gateshead show the ball, hand the ball to number 4, and then it's like back up. It literally is like everything for
just
Gateshead
dodging everyone, and
it's like an outside zone or a toss play, or occasionally they'll run like a jet motion and then counter on the backside of it.
Right.
But it's still an outside. Everything goes off tackle. Like if you see him running in the middle of the field, it's because he has cut it back while breaking the tackle of an outside linebacker or something.
But so if he's that formidable, why aren't defenses playing like an apex, a nickelback?
No. So the thing is, he's literally like a fucking an all or nothing kind of guy. Like he had probably just as many like runs for losses yesterday as he did for like a gain of 20 yards.
Yeah,
like you can bundle him up behind the line of scrimmage pretty fucking easily. And Lincoln were doing that, but there was just a couple of they got lucky because he took one to the house. It was called back on a block in the back, which was kind of skeptical. And then there was a hold, like the second hold of the game not existed, but the second one that was called on a pick 6 that Lincoln got, which was like, that was real fucking sketchy if you're going to call that and you haven't called that all fucking game.
Yeah. What, a hold or a block in the back?
So this was the hold. So the block in the back, Block in the back
was on the pick 6 because that's normally a.
So block in the back was just on a run. The hold was on the pick 6.
That's weird. It's usually the other way around, isn't it?
Yeah, but the refs had no fucking idea what they were doing this game. It was painful to watch. I felt sorry for both teams.
Right.
But Lincoln travel well, but don't travel well. So they travel with numbers.
What does that even mean?
They travel with numbers. They don't travel with talent. So I was talking with I was talking with one of the guys on the sideline, and he said, I think he was a Darlington player. He said when they played Lincoln at home, there was like a whole bunch of different skill position players and everything. Like they have a lot of different players.
What's the travel distance or time between those two venues? I don't know.
Between Lincoln and Gateshead, probably 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's all northern to me. So
yeah, but they travelled with decent numbers, but they only had 5 O linemen and they lost 2 of them, and they only came with 4 D linemen, and they still had like 38, maybe 40 players on the sideline. So that's the thing. They travel with numbers. They don't travel with talent. So there's a lot of guys standing on the sideline that just did not see the field at all.
Really?
Yeah. But I think they could be a good outfit if they get their shit together.
Yeah, they're one of those teams that they'll do like a shutout 50 score game, 50-point game, and then.
Well, that's the thing. I reckon they'll put 50.
Like battling it out or losing, the next week, and you think there's no like consistency to
if they play like I don't know if they have yet, but if they haven't, when they play Doncaster and Wakefield at home, I would not be surprised if they put 50 on both of them.
Yeah,
like when they're playing at home.
Yeah. But then is that not just indicative of the league? Is it the case that everyone can't it's the same distance for the reverse fixture, obviously, right? So if the traveling team are always going to face that people that can't travel that far or don't want to or can't afford it or whatever. What was the whinging Stallion? Didn't see it.
Was that whinging Stallions or winning Stallions? No, definitely whinging. Definitely whinging.
Oh, both.
That's the problem. Yeah, it's true. It is. That's the thing. You're whinging.
Well, no, to the thing we must say, right? It's clear that they've been told not to fucking say anything, right? Like, so as an organization, the coaches there have been like, yeah, okay, the picks were the other way. Don't speak out, right? They've been told that, and they have still said, "Oh, I'm not supposed to say this." It's like,
mate,
that breaks the rule. In
the lead up to that game,
and frame it doesn't mean that you haven't broken the fucking rule. So, like, there's a number of people who have publicly posted on our Instagram. A couple privately messaged us, but and then the comment has just got loads of likes from people from the Stallions. Like, well, you're saying that you wasn't supposed to do it, but you've done it. Like it's just I can imagine if I was the coach, if I was old Warren, I'd be pretty pissed off that if I'd told my players not to post anything,
not to engage,
and then this, just like no, well, technically I haven't done it. Well, you fucking have, like I'd be pretty angry with them.
Because the thing is, before that game in their warm up, it was fucking mentioned. It was
oh yeah. Well, do you know what I've heard of instances where coaches have? This was actually Uniball. Coaches have used Sport Tank's power rankings to motivate the team and like printed it off and pinned it up in the changing room and be like, look, guys, they think we're, I don't know, 7th. Let's go and show them today. So people like to make an enemy out of us anyway. Like the coaches like to get to leverage any negative things that we say, and maybe captains as well, to try and stoke a fire up. So, I suppose going back to that opinion piece, you're always up against it from our perspective, where we're trying to look for like open minds and people to sort of understand where we're coming from. Then it's actually in the coach's best interest. I'm
not looking for that.
To villainize us to motivate their team.
I mean, I feel like I villainize myself pretty well by sitting here on a Monday night show and telling people their team is shit and telling them they're wank and things like that. I just like to hope, I guess, that somewhere in some team's group chat, there's like a video clip of me calling them out and saying their team is shit, and then just like being passed around.
Coach Rains's, maybe that's it. And don't think that
I need to speak on this. I bet
Coach Rains has done it as well.
Well, I got put in my I haven't played for Coach Rains for nearly 10 fucking years. Like it's been nearly 10 years. It's been nearly 10.
2016? Was that
when 2015 was when we won the Div 1 championship. And then there was obviously all the off-season bullshit that happened leading from 2015 into 2016.
Oh, yeah. We should do a podcast on that.
But ESPN 30 for 30. What happened to the Knights?
Bring everyone in, yeah.
But
bring all do a round table.
So I haven't played for Coach Reigns for nigh on 10 fucking years, right? I went on a little bit of a diatribe about Solent last week, talking about them and talking about would have been the Exiles, Kent Exiles, talking about how both teams last year were absolutely woeful and were just as dog shit as each other. Coach Reigns put me in my place. He sent me a message and he was like, "Look, you know, so it was so politely worded as well. It's like just some corrections for you, just around your comment of Kent being as bad as Solent." And he literally gave me all the fucking stats of like how much worse Kent actually was than Solent. And I am so far gone on this. Like, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's like a vendetta against Solent or whatever, but I'm so far down that fucking river without a paddle that I can't backpedal to say anything positive about Solent. So all I could say back to him was just, I'm not backtracking. There we go. So Russ is like, am I backtracking? No, I'm way too deep. I am in way too deep to backtrack. So all I can say is just because I think Solent are woeful, they were nowhere close to as fucking terrible as Kent were last year. And that's what I said to Reigns. I was like, you're right, coach. I forgot how truly dreadful Kent were last year, and it's disingenuous to lump the Thrashers with them. And that was all I said, because I'm still of the opinion that Solent is fucking terrible this year, but they were nowhere close to as terrible as they were last year. As Kent were last year. So there we go. And Steve's accepting my lack of a backtrack, I guess.
Yeah. I'm just trying to go live on it.
Yeah. That's the thing. If I'm going to fuck up, like I'm going to go balls to the wall if I'm going to, annoy somebody. So 100%. Right. While Steve fiddles around with TikTok. That's a weird fucking statement. I've had a chat about Darlington, not about Darlington, about Gateshead and Lincolnshire. Yeah. We might as well jump into the review of how these games actually.
Well, is there any other? What's this? Good to see we're on schedule. Another classic 3 hours.
Yeah. Steve comes on. I get to bed at 11. Mate, we've been knocking these out in like an hour and 15, hour and 20.
Got a lot to say.
We're just killing time. We're just killing time until Micah gets out of jail.
The reason I'm sort of looking around is we're actually live on, I think, 5 platforms now for the first time ever. Let me just double check.
And no one's watching on any of them. It's like just you guys. It's you guys commenting here.
So we're on X, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and now TikTok for the first time.
Well, I think Kwame's watching on at least 4 of those platforms because I've seen him comment from 2.
Well, yeah, actually, it's a good point. There's only so Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube are the ones that we'll see the comments for. Everything else we can see them, but they're on other. Well, Oz can't see them. I can see them.
I don't care enough.
Yeah, if you want to say something, put it on there. But there's been loads of comments. Is there nothing to pick out from the comments to carry on talking?
No, because I was literally about to go into the review of the fucking games. If you
want. Fuck them. No, that's not what the people want.
No one cares about how their teams did and what we thought of how their teams did.
Boring.
Boring. You goofball. Because there were some games this week. People played and they did well, and other people played and didn't do so well. How did the Stallions do? They did better than the team that they played. They
lost. Sorry, guys.
They lost in our hearts. They won on the scoreboard, but they lost in our hearts because they decided they needed to defend themselves. The only people care about is the welfare of Oz's cats. One there. I don't know where the third one is.
Luigi, Lancelot, Zelda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are well invested. So we talked about the Gateshead Lincolnshire game that ended 20-12. It was a close-ish game. Gateshead take the win, and they are now securely in second place in their division, sitting behind Darlington, with the reverse matchup for Darlington still to come at Gateshead's house. That's what we're talking about. No, so you missed the pineapple lump. Pineapple lamp.
Luigi is the star of the show.
Luigi is the star of the show.
We should do Luigi merch.
Mate, bro, somewhere I've got Lancelot.
Oh yeah, I've got something cool in the background. I got one of these headsets the other day. Oh, fuck.
Is that an Oculus Rift?
No, it's a Meta Quest 3.
Oh right, okay.
You
have way too much money.
No, I don't. I ain't had a job for ages. I started, but yeah, no.
No. So okay, so we need to address Micah. Micah is currently
Mr. Pineapple.
Yeah, so Steve's here because Micah's in jail. I believe his bail's getting posted at 10 o'clock. If I saw his update correctly.
He knifed an old lady.
Yeah, so he's part of the ever expanding knife crime in London. So the reason that the pineapple lamp is gone is because you guys didn't sign up.
Well, the interesting point is that it was the old lady's knife.
Oh yeah, 100%. He was defending himself and he still shanked her. Last week we said that we needed 49 people to sign up to follow us on TikTok, and then we do something special with the pineapple lamp. You guys didn't. Not enough of you signed up to TikTok, so we've fucking binned the pineapple lamp. That's the issue.
I don't know what TikTok numbers are now. Let's have a look.
Flynn, I'm assuming you didn't. I'm assuming you didn't sign up. I'm assuming Simon didn't sign up and follow us. We set out what was required. You had to follow us on TikTok. And then we would do something special with the pineapple lamp, and then none of you did. We got fuck all extra follows, and so we got rid of the pineapple lamp. The pineapple lamp is gone. Everyone here is saying 100%. We are all definitely too old.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I love it. I love TikTok. I spend loads of time on it.
Are you just do you doom scroll?
What?
Doom scrolling is what it's like. It's like where you're on any old social media, and then you're just like either watching videos or reading posts or whatever.
Use it.
No. But it's where you'll scroll and you'll think you've only been on it for about 5 minutes, but like an hour and a half has passed.
Who cares?
Cool. I'm glad that was.
So we've got. So I started. So we needed to hit the. Follow John TikTok. He posted marble shit post. Yeah, no, the marble posts are actually our most popular post ever. So, fuck you, Jack. So essentially, what happened was, we wanted to do game live streams on TikTok. So I was like, yeah, okay, and because we had a TikTok account at the beginning of this year, and Tebs was like begging me to have it, and I was like, I don't want to have it. It's another fucking thing to manage. I ain't got the time. And he's like, no, we should do it. And then he posted about 4 or 5 videos about Uniball and nothing else, so I took it down. And then I thought, it'd be good to do live streaming because we started doing live streams like this on Instagram, and I wanted to do it for the games because as soon as we started doing live streams on Instagram, the rundown numbers through the fucking roof, right? Like literally 4 times what they were before. So I thought if we can do that for the emulate, not maybe 4, maybe 2 times, that's cool. We can get more people. So. But let's try TikTok as well. It's a great platform, even though you guys don't like it, but I do. So I looked into it, and we needed 1,000 followers on TikTok in order to go live. I was like, fuck, I've got to start posting content. And I thought, I'll do those, like to start off with, I'll do a couple of those marble things. So I made those marble things and posted them, and they did quite well. Obviously, whoever it was that just said he didn't like them, cool. But we jumped huge numbers. We probably 5 times our followers.
I don't know what the marble things are that you're referring to because I don't follow us on TikTok.
It doesn't matter. Marble racing. So I basically did marble races, which are like these digital marble races where marbles drop down.
Was that? Yeah, did we post one of them on fucking
We posted
Facebook
a screenshot of one of them, but not the video.
Yeah, no. What the fuck?
So it's like we did like for the nights, and then I did it for a couple of teams like who were playing each other. And anyway, the reason that I stopped was because I forgot that I'd actually applied to TikTok for live status, even though we didn't have 1,000 followers. And on the strength of our current presence,
socials,
our
Steve's brain is just shut down.
Yeah, I just got a notification on TikTok saying your live is flagged for harassment and bullying. Repeated violations could result in probably because I told someone to fuck off.
Yeah, you can't put me on stream on TikTok.
Okay, yeah, so we won't. So let me end that because then we'll. What I'll do is we'll just use it for games. We won't use it for the rundown.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanted to go live on TikTok, not anymore for this show. So I applied, and
we've been live for about 20 minutes, and we've already broken their fucking terms and conditions.
Yeah, wanker. TikTok can fuck off. It's just for kids. It's a shit platform. Right, so
fucking hell. That's got to be a record even for us. Like
that's the fastest we've actually had a fucking bullshit. Anyway, so let me just fucking continue. So we applied.
It doesn't matter anymore because we're not.
Shut up! You've interrupted me 3 times. You can.
Yeah.
3 times based on the strength of our current presence on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. They gave us access to live, and that. So I was going to say that's why we're live now. We're not. We just turned it off. But what we'll do is I'll do another couple of shows this week because we have to hit a certain minimum number of minutes that we live stream within a period of time, and then it just gets extended on and on again. So that's why we did post that content, that marble content on TikTok. But I'll probably take it down now and the rest of the content. Once we start posting game stuff, because then we'll do I might do game clips, but then they're again fucking time consuming. But we'll use it to post live content for game footage, and probably the Breens podcast because they're not so they're not so profanity laden. Steve enters the chat. Facebook ban him. Yeah. It's fucking crazy, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. So that was why we did the TikTok marble runs. It wasn't going to be anything that lasted. As soon as we hit 1,000, I was going to stop it, but now I can stop it sooner. So you can go back and like us on TikTok, and you'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this Sunday the live stream that I do, which is Portsmouth, someone else, Portsmouth Wembley, maybe. No, that was this week. Portsmouth Rushmore, I don't know. But yeah, that should be on TikTok this weekend. Benji, talk about football. Benji, fuck off. How about that? How about you fuck off to another platform and watch something else? So the reason I share this information with you is because a lot of people that watch this show or watch our content actually run clubs or involved in running clubs, and it could help them do what they do. So that's why. Prick. Oz, over to you.
Oh, am I allowed to talk now?
Yeah.
But I only like to talk when I'm talking over you.
Well, that's going to go really bad for you because I'll just mute you.
I just said one of us will end up doing the show on our own.
Yeah, well,
you'll walk off, or you'll kick me. One of the two. You'll make the executive decision.
Yeah, I'd rather walk off because then I don't want the burden of doing the show. Right.
So in Div 2, we had some games. We did.
Yes.
So Gateshead 20, Lincolnshire 12.
Ryan the Cat said hello on TikTok.
Well, yeah, he was going to go watch.
Oh, sorry, Ryan the Cat.
Could have been closer. 8 points is a close enough margin. Could have been closer if.
What was it? What game is this?
This was the Lincoln Gateshead game.
We was talking about that a year ago.
Yeah. Could have been closer if Lincoln had actually travelled with some linemen.
Come on, talk about football. This is a bore fest.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking football. Other game in that. Other game in that division. Pray for Donny has actually come through as they twatted Wakefield District Raiders 41-26.
Hey, Tabs is here. Hello, mate.
Hello, Tabs.
Wakefield beat.
No,
sorry, Donny beat Wakefield 41-26.
Donny beat Wakefield 41-26.
Oh, is that the most points they scored all season?
That is 100% the most points.
All of their the entire cumulative number of points.
I probably wouldn't like that. Is
hey for Wakey. Wakey. Oh, I do like Wakefield.
Let's have a look. So
I know you don't have a soft spot for him, but I like Wakefield.
No, they put up 28 the last time they played them. And then they put up 20 when they played the Senators. So no, they can put up points. They just fucking concede too many.
Yeah.
So yeah, for Wakey, this was you have got a soft spot for Wakey.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like them. I might buy some of their merch.
You liked the way that they rebranded from Nottingley to Wakefield District.
Yeah, that done it for me. No, I don't like that because
HMP Wakefield.
The longest names in British American football, and it fucks with my captions that I create. Like when I create captions for images, it fucks with it. So I don't like that. But I like their organisation.
In the NFC2 West, so buggering off across the country, we saw the Wolverines get absolutely slapped by the Staffordshire Surge, 42-6.
Surge,
mate,
looking like old, like 3 year ago Surge or 4 year ago Surge at the moment.
Yeah, they are very, very good at the moment. Looking at their previous,
promotion contenders, I'd say. I think they're a certain playoff, aren't they?
Well, they've I mean, looking at their previous results, they obviously had a 4-point victory over Samwell. They beat the brakes off of Lee, as did Samwell, and then they've just done this to Wakefield. To Lancashire. So yeah, definitely in pole position in that division with Samwell only having one loss, and that is to the Surge themselves. Also in that division, we had Samwell beat Lee Miners again, 34-14. So 20-point victory for them. So
how have Lee done this year? Because I'm very much into it.
Not well.
But it seems like they've had a bit of a downturn, and like they haven't continued in their momentum. It might I feel like their performances have been worse this year.
They have not. No, so they've not been good at all. Their highlights are 14 all draw with Lancashire.
Right.
So it's been.
They've not even won a game yet.
No, they've lost all but one, and that one they tied.
Yeah.
The B minors are a bit flat. It is a B flat minor.
Again, another team I like.
I mean, you could argue that their highlight might have been just a 2-point loss to Samwell. Seeing as Lancashire's fucking terrible at the moment, so only losing by 2 to Samwell the first time around.
Loss. Yeah, that's a shame. And hopefully they can turn it around and at least get 1 or 2 wins this season. But it's hard. It must be hard in Div 2 when you've got a losing season. Also, hopefully we don't go off too on a tangent here, but I think it's this Tuesday. Someone's going to correct me in the comments. But Baffa sent out an email saying transfer deadline. People have to. I think it might be this week.
It's Tuesday.
Oh, no. It's next week. It's in June.
Early June, yeah. First Tuesday in June.
We should see people transferring, and then that will obviously impact teams' performances. Who are, I think, 4th of June. Cheers, Aaron. Yeah. Those people who are having a losing season or probably not looking at a playoff. Those teams are going to start losing players.
Yeah, I mean,
next Tuesday. Cheers, David.
No offense, but is are the Miners really losing a lot of players to other teams? Are you transferring out? Where are you playing?
No. Do you know what? I don't think it may. I hope it doesn't, because I think they've got a good culture there. And
I feel like at the bottom of Div 2, like when you're at the bottom of Div 2, there's not really going to be a lot of teams clamoring after your talents.
But then you sometimes get that, those couple of shining light players, and teams have played against them or seen them played, and they get tapped up, and then so that they end up getting interested in what other people are saying. So rather than them being motivated to leave on their own accord, 1 month. I think this is good.
It stops the
it doesn't properly stop it because we're talking about it, but yeah.
No, you're right. But we're this is the halfway point essentially of the season, so to speak, like in the next 1 to 2 weeks.
Roughly. I think it should be sooner.
Because some of the teams have played
something around I think they said 40%. I'm pretty sure they said when 40% of the season's finished, completed, then the rule will kick in. Like when they first announced it last year. I wouldn't mind seeing it maybe 20%. Even a few weeks in.
Because that's the thing. Because there's some teams that have
played in it, sort of thing, right?
There's some teams that have played 5 games already.
Yeah,
and that's if you're only playing an 8-game season, that's the majority of your season is already gone. So
you should know if your team's going to the playoffs or not at this point,
for sure.
If you've played 5 games,
Yeah, so that's the thing. Aaron's just saying they've moved it a month forward, but there's some teams that are still 60% of
through. Yeah. I just remember there being that 40% mention. So yeah, and obviously this is a blanket thing, a date that it's going to happen. So they're not enforcing something that's based on a percentage, because otherwise, otherwise you'd see teams with different transfer deadline dates.
In today's underwhelming announcement of the day, it's talk of the Halton Spartans reforming and going to associate. So 3 years from now, I get to whinge about Halton Spartans folding. So that's going to be good.
2027. Put it in your diaries now, guys.
Yeah, 2027. There's going to be a week 5 rundown with Oz lamenting about Halton Spartans.
They forfeited again.
Yeah, not fulfilling their fucking fixtures. So Tony reckons it should be set at 2 games only in special circumstances. Yeah. 2 games, 3 games.
Yeah, and that's the point. Like, people are worried about, what if I move? Cool. If someone moves far enough away and they've got proof of it, like, you're always going to have exceptions to a rule. But the idea is that the rule takes 80-90% of instances and covers them, right? Like, it's like people don't understand that. What's this? If you can get your transfers right, you can always get a reasonable number. I played a 12-game season, and then I played the playoffs.
That is a banger of a fucking comment. Because there is a couple because the thing is, there is multiple. Treb win.
Comment of the week.
Because there is multiple teams that their schedules are so heavily front loaded. And there is a couple that have got really backloaded.
Bristol's home games are backloaded. I don't know about their away.
So I know there's a couple of teams that have played 6 already, but then there's others that have only played like 3. So it's like if you can find a team that's played 6 already and then just fucking jump ship, get your last 5 games to the next team, and you get, like you say, 11 or 12 game season.
Yeah,
you almost get your money's worth.
Yeah, your registration fee.
Yeah,
dilutes more, and you get more for your money, which is fantastic. This is great intel. We should have done that, like, worked out. In this area, there is a chance.
100%. 100%. I mean, you'd have to pay secondary subs, so that's a lot worse. Like, you are 100% losing money.
You need to look into it and say, like, if you planning wise, how could you maximize on your registration
on your BAFA registration fee? Yeah, one is to be a player coach. Coach a women's team and then be a player for a men's team. It's one of the best ways to maximize your registration fee. So that covers off the NFC Div 2. So we'll go to the SFC Div 2. The Thunder with another victory, 24-12 over Cornwall.
I think that they're starting to turn the tides at Thunder. I don't think this year. I wouldn't expect them to get like a promotion or anything this year, but they're the classic, they're rebuilding. Well, they've said that for years, but I genuinely feel it this year. I've seen a lot of players, like, so Ollie de Ruyter's there now. What's the other dude's name? Sam is there. I think he's actually their coach, their head coach. Like, people have gone back there that have been there years that had left. I'm hoping to see Thunder over the next couple of years reestablish themselves.
SFC West featuring fucking Sussex.
What?
SFC West featuring Sussex.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that Sussex is included in the West is just a no. I don't.
They're in Brighton. That's where they
are. This does nothing for me. This, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't count. It's Cornwall. Doesn't like.
Yeah. Fair enough. I get that.
You beat Cornwall. Like, cool. So
Ranky's coming there. If you keep this up, BAFA will charge a 55 transfer admin. 55.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah. We can't.
That's not a bad idea. Charge £100 for a transfer. See how much people fucking transfer then.
Yeah. Stop your ring chasing for sure.
Yeah, piss off. Yeah. Charge the cost of a ring.
Yeah. No, it's like well done, you beat Cornwall. So did fucking everybody else in the division. Like,
yeah. Okay, fair enough. What I've said about Sussex in my mind still stands.
Okay, cool.
But I do agree with what you're saying. It's not an impressive feat.
We'll jump across the east then. Ipswich Cardinals 3, Colchester Gladiators 35. So,
I was surprised, but I thought it'd be more competitive.
I did think Ipswich would score more, but then I remembered that they got fucking blanked the week before against the Tridents.
Oh yeah.
So I think we there was a little bit of like they came out and yeah, Ben's just saying they only just beat Cornwall.
Yeah, sorry.
Uh, they pulled the pants down of the Hughes Valley Eagles, and that everybody went, "Oh, Ipswich, are you going to be feisty?" And then they got blanked by the Tridents. And yeah, so there we go. We've just been told that Colchester beat Ipswich in the past 9 years straight. None of us, like neither me nor Micah thought Ipswich were going to win that game. We both picked
yeah,
no. We I had no illusions whatsoever that Colchester was like Colchester was 100% winning that in my mind.
Oh, Jesus Christ. David's comment there.
Holy shit. Wow. That's
How did Ipswich score then? Like, I'd love to know that because they must have had a drive, or was it a special team?
Well, you can think about like sack yards. You think about sack yards. You think about fucking.
No, I'm saying but for their drive, like
could have been a short field.
Did they have a short field? Like was it like a turnover, whatever? Because Jesus, like -8 yards overall, but you managed because to score, you would assume that there was an offensive drive, but it could have been turnover or whatever, a pick six. Yeah,
it's field goal opening drive of the game. Glads fumbled within their own end zone. Cards went back 8 yards for a field goal. What?
Okay.
What about the rest? I'm so confused. What about the rest of the fucking game?
Oh, red zone, not the end zone.
Yeah, but still, like it's. What about the yards for the rest of the game? Did they just go like 3 and out, 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 3 and out? Like just wow, blows my mind. But we'll move on. Into Div 1.
Mm-hmm.
Next game that we had on the docket was the South Wales Warriors Somerset Wyverns. 17 to South Wales.
Nothing to the Wyverns, right?
Big old donut to the Wyverns.
Yeah. I think that result I would have sort of expected, but not to hold the Wyverns to no scores.
So Micah picked the Warriors. I picked Somerset, and they did me dirty. I picked them the week before and they lost, and I was like, you know what? I'll run it back. I'll see if they can do it for me, and they fucking didn't. And I'm probably not going to pick them for the rest of the season because they fucked me royally. Yeah.
To the previous game, not a single first down until 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Some total yards, you could have made positive yards. Yeah. I understand that,
but it was more the fact the way it was expected.
Yards to score. That's what I was saying, right? Like, what I was saying was, they must have had a short field for that. But whatever the drive was for them to score points, if it was an offensive drive, then there would have had to have been quite a short field. Because if they'd have drove, I don't know, 70, 80 yards, that means they must have had 40 tackles for loss, whatever, to balance it.
For me, I was more curious at how fucking precise they must be on all the rest of their drives, because we were told the field goal was on the opening drive. And the Glads fumbled within their own red zone. The Cardinals went back with 8 yards. So that's the -8. If they go back 8 yards, that's on the very first drive. So I'm like, how the fuck do you keep your yardage perfect for the rest of the game? Like, is it on your second drive you lost 5 yards, and on your third drive you gained 5 yards, and on your fourth drive you lost 8 yards, and on your fifth drive you gained 8 yards? That was my sort of curiosity of it. Like, how do you lose those 8 yards on the very first drive of your game, and then you still finish with only 8 lost yards for the rest of the game? That was where I. So, I can't trust Somerset anymore. It was sort of a fool's hope, and they hurt me. They hurt me bad. Other game in that division: Bournemouth Bobcats 18, Hereford Stampede 17.
Close, obviously close. It doesn't get closer, right? Bobcats were at home.
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's.
Well, are they the first team named? I think they were. No, they might have been away, actually.
Don't ask me things like this. No, Bournemouth were away.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So great win for them to pick up an away.
So they beat them 29. They beat them 29-7 when they were at home. So they played 2 weeks ago. And when Bournemouth was at home, and they beat them 29-6. And then now they've travelled to Hereford, and they've brought it back to 18-17.
Hereford haven't won a game. How's that happened? They're 0-4.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they've got teams like Bristol and South Wales and Somerset in the division with them.
Yeah.
It's a tough division.
2 points. I heard it was a dramatic end. That's insane.
That's real wild.
You can imagine the scenes. Hopefully someone's posted some sort of video somewhere and we can share it. But
I mean, you've got to be Bournemouth Sevens on Sunday, right? So there we go. That would explain, that to me explains why the game was a lot closer the second time round.
Why?
People are on the piss. They're not at the game. You've got reduced numbers. Everybody's at the sevens.
What's the sevens?
Rugby sevens?
Rugby sevens?
Yeah. It's a great piss-up event.
No, but what the fuck's that got to do with Britball?
Because people aren't at the fucking game. We've lost your sound.
No, you haven't. Have you?
Oh, okay. No, we're good. Yeah, literally, most of they didn't here. Bobcats travelled light. Bournemouth uni students, they were all at the fucking sevens. What are you not processing?
I just don't I wouldn't prioritise that over playing a game.
Well, there we go. Some of them were playing. They were playing in the sevens.
Still, my heart is with American football. But that's fine. I get it. I just why wouldn't? Yeah, I am. I am. I don't understand it. And if it's that important, why didn't Bournemouth make sure that they didn't play a game on that day? And
what do you mean make sure they didn't play a game?
You can say to BAFA for the fixtures, we don't want to play on this day. Can you move this game? There's a rain week.
Because they knew they were playing Hereford.
Yeah, I suppose there's no argument because they won by a point. But yeah,
exactly. That's the thing. They didn't need to move the game. They were playing Hereford. R.I.P. Hereford. There we go. Bournemouth Unions, they get half price tickets as well. There you go.
Oh yeah, fucking yeah. Let your team down.
Yeah, well, you didn't let your team down. They won. They won.
You let them down. They had to score 2-point PAT with 2 minutes to go to get that win. It could have been so much easier.
Controversial game of the week. SFC 1 Central. Wembley Stallions 37. Portsmouth Dreadnoughts 21.
Good game. I wish that's one we should have live streamed. That would have been awesome. Because these two teams are perceptively there's not much between them. I actually obviously I was going to say I actually think you guys all picked Portsmouth. You did, didn't you?
There's 16.
Why did you pick Portsmouth over Wembley?
Because I'm a homer. Because I don't know anything about either team really, and I just know I played for one team.
See, I've seen them both play, and I would have picked Wembley. Well, and Wembley have got more players. They're better drilled. I think Portsmouth will make big leaps next year, but they've got quite a lot of new players coming in this year, and not that they're not performing, they're good, but I think it will take them a little bit longer to get their performances right.
I think honestly, I'm still hung up on the fact that that Portsmouth put 50 on Oxford and Wembley struggled to beat the Hornets. That's.
Mate,
so I'm looking.
Do you know what date? What date did that happen? What week was that? Because there could have been a sevens tournament in London, and therefore Wembley just didn't have the players because they were all playing rugby.
Well, but also Hornets wouldn't have had the players either because they're
not far. Yeah, but maybe not so keen.
Well, they're definitely not keen. They fucking decided not to travel the 45 minutes to Rushmore.
Yeah, and I don't. Oh, it kills me.
But in their defence, in their defence though, in the Hornets' defence, it was a bank holiday weekend. They couldn't. They just didn't have the numbers.
Good. Then you got time to recover.
Thank God.
It's bollocks. It's bollocks.
Thank God there was no bank holiday weekend this week, so they were able to play. What the fuck are you doing, Hornets?
It's just stupid.
What is this shithousery? You forfeited.
No, I think it's a game. they didn't want to play it, but they had to because otherwise they'd have been associates. Like, I think that's like
you literally forfeited a game against this fucking team because fucking whinge don't have numbers because it's a bank holiday. Then you turn around 3 weeks fucking later on a bank holiday and you're like, oh, we can play this one because we're at home. This is some weak sauce, man. This is some weak.
I'm still reeling about this lack of commitment from players. Like, people moan that, oh, we've only got 8 games now. They changed it from 10 games. Fuck Baffa. And then they only turn up for 7 because Bournemouth Sevens is on. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. I just.
But it could be that all those people that went to Bournemouth Sevens have never moaned.
Rugby take precedence over us. No, not really. I was playing semi-professional rugby before I played for the Knights. At one point, I was playing rugby on a Saturday and football on a Sunday. But I would never. I see it.
Playing rugby on a Saturday, football on a Sunday. Rugby's a winter sport.
There's a crossover of the seasons. So I was playing. Yeah. Or there was then, because I definitely was playing Saturdays and Sundays. I would never like the way that I see it. Because I played football when I was younger, then I stopped and I started again, and you just miss it when you stop playing massively, right? Like, even now, I still I'd love to play again, right? So you've got a finite amount of fixtures that you can play in your whole life, right? So however many years you play, you've got a finite amount of games that you'll play. Why the fuck are you going for a piss up or a festival or whatever?
Read here.
It wouldn't. I would just say, yeah, I'm not doing it. I've got
Steve's of the opinion he wouldn't. I wouldn't
have booked a holiday in the
middle of the season.
Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. There's no excuse from my perspective. Like, if I'm the captain of your team and you're doing that, I'll be fucking having words with you like that. Piss me off, no end.
Yeah. So Tom's has mentioned still crossover. Most clubs use club facilities. Scott's just mentioned you're a long time required. A long time retired as a comment that haunts him now. He's not in kit. Aaron doesn't usually books his holidays until the schedule comes out. I know people that just don't book holidays in football season, but it's very hard.
You can do it when the schedule comes out because you can, if you've got a gap, you can play a gap.
Sometimes it's very hard to sell that to the missus when you're playing a perfectly fucking amateur sport.
My missus no, like even now that I'm not playing, but I'm doing the live stream, I'm still involved in American football. Every weekend I'm at the game. And where we go? She booked us a holiday down in Cornwall, a couple months ago. I can't remember how long ago it was.
She wants you to watch the Monarchs, and she hates you.
She booked it Monday to Friday because she knows I've got football on Sunday,
but in Bex's defense,
I don't know, like, where there's a will, there's a way, man. Like, if you want to fucking play, then you'll play. But like I said, like you want to win games, you want to get better, you want to perform, and then you've got to commit yourself to the sport properly. And then
in Bex's defense, though, she does have Stockholm syndrome.
When it's gone, and you'll fucking miss it forever.
Like, Bex knows that if she books a holiday in the middle of football season on a weekend, she's getting high. She's getting a high.
I got married in November. Not this November, gone a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I remember. Didn't get invited. You cunt.
No one did. No,
that's what I mean. None of us did.
It was in. I think it was in lockdown.
It was just after. I think it was just after lockdown.
Well, yeah, that was when it was planned because I almost died and she wanted to marry me.
Yeah. She freaked out.
That was it. Yeah. Fucking COVID got me married.
She thought she was going to have to fight Sandy for the estate and was like, right, I'm marrying this cunt now.
Yeah. She wanted the life insurance.
Yeah.
But I agree with Steve. But also, Baffa need to sort their shit out and organising. Yeah, I think. I don't know when this. I know they're a little bit later than usual this year, but I remember they tried to sort of start getting them out in December, and that seems to sort of slipped a little bit. We book holidays this year, first week in Somerset. My son, so we can play. And yeah, like again, where there's a will, there's a way. If you want an excuse not to be there, or if you find something, if you want to prioritize something else over it, yeah, you will. But like it's Coach Rains will thank me for saying this. For me, and Coach Rains aligns with this. Life is family, work, football, everything else. That's it. That's the level of commitment that I got. I want to win. I want to fucking lift trophies. I want to have winning seasons. I want to get good at the game, But I don't want to. I don't give a. I could tell you about 10 festivals I've been to, and they all sound the fucking same. Like it's just.
I think you
not,
got to remember.
Like, I can go to festivals when I'm 40. I'm 41. When I'm 50. When I'm 60. I can't play fucking football forever. Like,
but the average Brit baller.
There's no competition in it. I've got to fucking go.
Yeah, but you got to remember the average Brit baller, right, is predominantly, how do I word this without fucking off 90? No, how do I word this without fucking off 90% of our audience?
Wankers.
No, they're just the average Brit baller is just fucking to steal what I labeled the Olympians as bang average. The average Brit baller, in terms of talent, in terms of everything, they're bang average. It's an amateur fucking sport. And so they enjoy just on a Sunday going out. Play. Think about how many like Instagram fucking footballers they are that just play it for the fucking photo. There's a lot of guys I know that go out to just like play it and play with their mates. Like, you think about how many players actually in a squad, like if you have a decent sized squad, how many of those players actually play a consistent amount of time? Probably less than 40% of them.
Yeah, it depends on the size of it.
Yeah, because you've got your starting offense, your starting defense, and you will roll, in certain positions, but predominantly a lot of guys won't get a lot of fucking game time throughout the game. So they're just like, like, I'm not going to get on the field anyway. What's wrong with going to a festival? Like, oh no, I'm going to miss standing on the sideline in the rain.
Yeah, but if you're never going to fully commit yourself to the sport, you're never going to get as much joy. The joy.
But the majority of people aren't going to fucking get anywhere in the sport anyway. Like,
I think anyone can, as long as they fucking, especially in Britball, you fucking commit. You lift some weights, get faster, get better hands. Get better tackling technique or whatever based on your position. You will find yourself with more game time in this sport. There's a great opportunity for anyone that's got any athletic ability and drive to come in and actually make a difference in the team. And most of those teams,
but more game time doesn't really mean you're going to fucking win anything. Like, you need, if you want to actually achieve anything in the sport, like as like having a fucking trophy cabinet or whatever, predominantly you either need to play for a decent enough team that can earn promotion from Div 2 to Div 1 and push for a Div 1 title, or you need to play for like one of 4 teams in the Prem.
Yeah.
And then to play for those, and then to play for one of those 4 teams in the Prem, you need to be a certain fucking caliber of player, which the average Brit baller isn't.
You're saying something different to me. I said about enjoyment as a player and being able to, because your argument was, they're standing on the sideline. I was saying, well, they can get off the sideline if they fucking commit, and perpetuating the problem by going to festivals doesn't help, right? So
for sure,
I think they're 2 different things. Yeah, if you want to play for a winning team, you want to have winning seasons, and everyone's got a short fucking attention span at the moment and wants instant gratification, then you need to find the right team. But I'm of the opinion, and then you'll know this, like, I think you should stick with a team and you will get better, and it's fucking awesome.
Every person has a capped ceiling, though. There is a cap on your ceiling. Like, there's no, people always like the sky's the limit and everything like that. Every person has a certain level they will reach. When they hit that is their fucking ceiling. They will never get any better than that. Every human being on this planet has a cap to their talent level, whether that talent level is higher than others or whatever. It's just a matter of the fact. You cannot keep exponentially getting better. It just doesn't work. You can
exponentially get more.
You will reach your peak, and then you can't keep getting more athletic.
From a skill perspective,
are you more athletic than you were 10 years ago?
But I could be.
How? Age plays a part. Father Time is undefeated. You will not keep getting better.
10 years ago, I was fucking much heavier, and I'm probably faster now than I was. So I'm probably not a good example.
But my point is, you cannot keep getting better and better and better. It's impossible because you will get older. Your body will degrade.
Yeah, but you're not competing against yourself. You're competing against the other people that are uncommitted in this uncommitted team.
I understand that, but there is a high possibility that a lot of these fucking bang average footballers, their ceiling just isn't that high. So they can get to their ceiling, they can reach their peak, and it turns out that their peak is playing starter snaps week in, week out for a fucking mid-level Div 1 team. Yeah. And that's all they're ever going to achieve.
Fine.
But they may sit there and go, well, you know, I've only got the opportunity to go to this event this year. Like, going back to what Joshua, is it Joshua? Yeah, what Joshua was saying. He doesn't want to wait for the prices to double while the BAFTA decides to sort their schedule out. To Joshua and his family, it might be the priorities for them, rather than him fucking playing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for me, if you're playing a team with me, I expect everyone to have those fucking that ranking. Like, to hear someone, it was Mother's Day. The Mother's Day one kills me. Mother's Day, so we all went out for a meal. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but what if your team's just not that good anyway? What if you're all just a bunch of shithouse players that have reached their peak and you're just getting slapped week in, week out anyway?
Well, do you think that by not training you're going to get any better?
Well, no, but what if you've reached your peak?
I highly doubt there's a single team that fits that description.
No, but I'm saying
there's always people.
Theoretical argument.
Well, okay, then yeah, but it's an exception that just wouldn't exist. So what's the point?
Well, it's not an exception because the thing is, there's
it's an exception to what I've said. You're like, oh, what about this? Like, what about this made-up thing that will never happen? Yeah, cool.
No, but a lot of the teams have reached their ceiling.
Going back to that thing, you make the rule for the 90% and the 10% exceptions you handle, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about the 10% and even smaller than that, the minute percent that won't even ever actually fucking materialize. That's your argument against. If you're not going to fucking commit, you get out of this game what you put into it. Simple as that. And what I want out of this game is to play my team to be as the best as possible, to win as much as possible, and for everyone to perform to the extent of what is their capability. And yeah, so I cut that like you said, lower division team that you've described that's maybe got less commitment. I couldn't fucking play for them. I would fucking lose my mind.
You would have transferred out week 4.
yeah. I would have transferred out.
He's ring chasing.
Yeah.
This is what happens, Bradley, with me and Steve.
Nah. Sorry, Bradley.
Because Steve has so much experience and.
Full tank is mine.
Well, yeah, that's yeah. Like, it's literally owned by Steve. But no, it's not just that. It's because he's got so much experience. He's got so much charisma. I don't want to call you opinionated, but you've definitely got opinions and you have a lot of different points of view on things. I find it disingenuous to not argue the devil's advocate point.
Like I said, it's so minute that it's not. I don't think it's worth mentioning.
I know, but then I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't.
A lot more tension. Yeah. I don't know. I think this is quite a tame.
No, this is nowhere close to. Like, we'll come off stream.
I did say fuck you earlier, didn't I?
Yeah.
That was it.
You did threaten to walk off. No, but the thing is with these is I know that we can come off a stream and we'll sit there and we'll have a laugh about it for another 5 minutes afterwards because
that's what I always think. But not necessarily after. The after one's more reviewing it, but certainly the conversations that me, you, and Micah have before the streams. I think, this would be good content.
Hit live.
Yeah, it might be worth actually trying this out. Like, 1 week you go live by yourself and then get Micah to join a couple of minutes in, and then people get to see that initial comment because it's actually quite good, that conversation.
Steve doesn't have an opinion on anything, and Oz would never argue the opposite just to be that guy. I think I understand what he's trying to say, but at the same time, that is a terribly worded sentence. But we continue on. We're stuck in Div 1. The Knights won. The Knights beat the Hornets.
Yeah, as expected. I'm surprised the Hornets scored. I'm surprised the Knights didn't score more.
I spoke to at least one Knights player who said it was a Knights B team they rolled out.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, he said that they were definitely struggling for quality starters. So 24 Rushmore, 6 London. We're moving on. East Kent, they played this week as well.
I saw it. I was there.
You were at the game. Thoughts against the Blitz B? Final score.
It was probably one of the best games we've live streamed. Sort of early in the fourth quarter. It felt like the game was got out of, like, it had been sort of decided, that no matter what the Blitz B did now, they even if they scored, East Kent had the power to score back, and it felt like it was sort of the result was there. But then the Blitz B put in a really good drive and almost scored. So even the end ended up being quite exciting. There was a little bit of a lull, but the first half was just brilliant. Really enjoyed it. The Rushmore Sevens, yeah. Is that what's happened?
That's exactly what happened. They were all at the Bournemouth.
Rushmore had a fucking sevens.
Actually, hang on. Let me see.
I want to about that. I should tell you.
I want to see if the message that was actually mentioned the Bournemouth Sevens.
I'm sure there's people complaining about what I've said, but whatever. Go, fucking don't play on the team with me. But yeah, so also, so we were there for the double header. I was there as part of the live stream team. I didn't say anything. I was just doing the camera and the device that does everything. It was stressful because their signal kept cutting out. And my satellite broke. But so that's why we had to rely on a data signal. But that's enough about me.
Finsbury Park's a fucking concrete jungle. It's hard enough there anyway.
But what a great venue to stream from. And it was great being there. Like the Blitz, the guys that run the Blitz, both clubs, both teams, shall I say, they're one club. Just full of good people. There's just good people around. There's a really nice vibe there. The Blitz B, they stayed to watch the Blitz play, or the A, I don't know if we call them that. And they were all drinking, so they were getting quite loud. It was quite funny. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Corporate getaway
to the Bournemouth Sevens next year.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've had one corporate getaway, and that was in Nottingham.
Nottingham, yeah.
I did enough.
That was Gridiron Hub. That wasn't Sport Tank.
Oh, it wasn't. So we haven't had a corporate one for Sport Tank. No, I thought I'd ruined it for everybody.
Celebrating. Oh no, that was Gridiron Memes, wasn't it? Celebrating 10,000 followers and
campaign. I thought I'd ruined it for everybody.
Oh yeah, is that when you snapped Jordan's phone? He
told me.
He said, this is indestructible, and you went.
Yeah, he told me it had an indestructible phone case, so I threw it on the ground and it broke.
Oh, that's it. You spiked it, didn't you? Oh,
he asked me if I was fucking Shrek, if I had retard strength.
Yeah.
Because he tried to pour the hot sauce in my lap, and I just took it off of him and poured. Because he was wanking on about how much he bench pressed or something. He's like,
he's a strong little fucker, Jordan.
Yeah, but I hit him. I hit him with retard strength.
Yeah, but he lost.
Yeah, he lost.
I just saw someone saying about Blitz B not being there. Blitz B is one of the best vibes and great culture. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I experienced. I wasn't expecting that. I wouldn't have any real expectations. We just show up and shoot, right? And just try and, leave the teams to it. But certainly you get more, you get a taste of the hospitality of the home side because it's their ground. And, everything was just like, no trouble. They were so friendly, so helpful, cracking jokes. And obviously we were there a long time, right? I got there at like 10 a.m. And I left at, I think, 8 p.m. No. Does that sound right? It was a 4 p.m. Yeah, about 8 p.m. It's a long time to be around. And multiple times people were coming up to us saying, have you got anything for the bin bag? And just like checking on us. And it was just brilliant. So, yeah. But both clubs doing well. Not what I expected. I expected there to be, because of the turmoil they've experienced, I just expected things to be, I don't know, just a bit less evolved in terms of the culture. It was great. So
if I was to compare them to, like, there's obviously comparisons that happen between like Blitz B and the Apache, because like now obviously the Apache aren't a B team. They are a standalone team. But the way that I look at it is like top team, bottom team sort of thing. The Apache are there to win. Like they want to test Baffer and see what can happen with promotion and things like that, and see if they can get into the Prem.
Yeah.
The Blitz B just want you to lose. They don't care if you if they win. They just want to fuck your season up. Is the way that, like, from the people I know that have played for the Blitz B, like they are 100% just anarchists. They are 100% there just to ruin your season and ruin your playoff hopes. They don't have massive amounts of playoff hopes for themselves. They just want to make sure that your playoff run gets worse.
Marcy is saying that, I noticed this. Blitz head coach was a ball boy for the B side. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I noticed that. But yeah, it's good side. I mean, I don't want to not talk about East Kent. They're impressive. That was good to watch. They are definitely finalist promotion contenders.
They're Micah's pick for Prem next year. He's got them winning division.
But I think them v Rushmore is going to be a hell of a playoff game.
What about Bristol?
Because they see it. Yeah, Yeah, Bristol as well. Yeah, there's a few strong teams.
Well, because Bristol's top of the West, Rushmore's top of Central, and East Kent's top of East.
Yeah.
So,
and they're all undefeated.
Yeah, at the moment, it's looking like, either Rushmore or East Kent will play probably South Wales at this point.
Yeah.
Or South Wales or Wembley, because that's the other two at the moment. Looking at that division, and then from so looks like Wembley's going to finish second in Central. South Wales is going to finish second in the West, and then in the East, having a look, probably the Olympians based on how things are going.
Yeah.
So
watch them play. They're good. They're really good. The Olympians are a lot of talent there.
Yeah. So it just means that we'll see either Wyverns have the head-to-head over South Wales. Do they? Because they fucking just lost to them. They literally just lost. Like we touched on that just before. They literally just lost to them.
Yeah, it was a shutout as well, wasn't it? So it was a hell of a swing.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if they do have the shutout. If they do have the
Aaron, I think Aaron will know. He's in that division.
Yeah, he is. He plays for the Apache or coaches the Apache. Yeah. Right, Northants. We're going up.
Surprised they lost, right? They were at home. They lost to Shropshire.
They did. The Revs got them 13-6. Close game.
Yeah.
Very, very close game.
Yeah.
And I think, there we go. I was going to say, I think Martin was there. He was reffing that game. Game for defensive fans, but was enjoyable to officiate. If someone says that the game was enjoyable to officiate, do you think that means that there was not a lot of flags thrown or a lot of flags thrown?
No, I don't. They're all about like smoothness and gameplay and getting things done properly. So I imagine they had good connections with the players and coaches, and it was just a good experience for them as refs. That's my guess.
Okay.
I loved it. I threw 10 flags.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was the fucking centerpiece of that game. It was all about me.
Yeah. He caught the ball, and I said he didn't. His dad called me a prick.
Yeah. I fucking loved it. I got more game time than the players did.
I call holding. I didn't see any holding.
Yeah, not many flags. Players and coaches were great fun. There we go. So yeah.
Cheers,
I didn't think Martin was the sort of person to like fully inject himself into a game.
Imagine if he did.
He's like, I lost 3 flags. I kept throwing them. They kept stealing them because I kept throwing so many.
Sent off 2. That was good. That's a record for me. You know?
Great game. Both teams were down to 8.
The game took 6 hours to play.
Oh, God. I got in 3 fist fights on my way back to my car.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
Jax just said that Northants scored on the first drive and then looked like a shell once they lost their QB. So
that's a shame he went off. Okay.
There's only like 10 good quarterbacks in the country, so it's always a shame if you have a semi-average one that gets injured. So
yeah, do you know what? Again, I don't do the predictions, but I would have thought that Northants would win that game.
Micah and I both picked Northants to win that game.
Oh, did you? Okay.
We probably pissed the Surge off, and that was what caused them to win. The Revs, sorry, pissed the Revs off, and that's what caused them to win.
Reenacting the 7-foot football session.
Yeah. But there was another team from that division that played, and that was Birmingham. Well, 2 teams from that division. Birmingham Bulls.
Get the first win.
Yeah, Birmingham 41, Leicester 23. Continues a fucking woeful season for Leicester following their relegation from the Prem. They are in free fall.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, people laughed at me when I put Revs to win. Oh, who's laughing now, Ryan?
Ryan?
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, maybe you should be focusing on fucking coaching your own team so they don't get battered 41-17.
Ryan's
laughing 41-23. Yeah, Ryan's laughing when the Revs beat Northants, but he's not laughing when his own team gets fucking slapped by the Birmingham Bulls. Focus coaching.
So I'm surprised that the Bulls took this long to get their first win. And I don't like seeing the continued free fall of Leicester. I don't know what their season looks like. I mean, you and Michael have a better idea, but are they relegation contenders?
Oh, easily. They are with the Bulls, especially with the Bulls beating them. because the team that they were in a relegation battle with were the Bulls.
Oh, fuck. So that was the classic 6-pointer, was it? Like,
Yeah.
91
yeah, that's the thing. It's fucking like they lost. Like if we go early season, they lost to the Revs 45-19. Then they lost to the Caesars 47-0. They lost 41-23 this week to the Bulls. Like it's not been a fun fucking run for the Panthers.
Yeah. Shame. Hopefully their fortune starts.
I think they lost.
They
had lost to the Revs
changes at the club, you know. So
they got the Revs. They
can't pay players anymore.
It all went downhill when they stopped being the Falcons.
God, players are shit when you can't pay them.
Yeah. Maybe Guy had it. Maybe Guy had the right idea after all.
Bring back Kersey. Bring back Kersey.
Hashtag vengeance for Kersey. Right. Someone mentioned right at the very, very beginning of the stream. They commented about the fact that I think in week 1 we have 4 home games coming up. So this might help us going forward. It might help you going forward if you've got a lot of transfers coming in, because at the moment your roster looks fucking terrible. Right. We had a comment from the Giants. They were unhappy that I mentioned at the start of the season I thought they might be relegation candidates. They've now won 3 in a row.
Oh, they done the old fingers up. Yeah, you were wrong, we were right.
Well, no, because I based everything based off of how they performed last year.
You say the comment from the Giants? What, like who? From
it was just a player right at the very start. He was like, Giants have won 3 in a row. Not bad for a team you thought was getting relegated.
Yeah, I ain't got a crystal ball. And I like the Giants. I was at the game when they played Northants last year, which was a good game until the guy had a heart attack. But mate, it still haunts me. I still think about that at least once a week. That fucking I hate it. Anyway, but yeah, that like in that game, the Giants had been relegated. I think the previous season, they'd had so many changes, but they still played well. So it's good to see that
they picked it up. That's the thing. They started off so fucking poor last year, and then they picked it up in the back half of the last season.
Yeah.
And then coming into this season, I mentioned this. I was like, look, they were fucking shithouse to begin last year. They picked it up at the back end of the season, but at the moment, I'm still basing it on the fact that you were so terrible to begin the season. I have no idea what you're going to be like this year. Yeah. And then I think they started off with I think they had a rough loss early on. Did they? They beat the Romans. I think they had a loss to Scunthorpe early on. But then they've turned it around. It's a close win. That's the thing. They beat Chester at home 18-9, and then this is the reverse fixture now, and they've come back and they beat them 7-3. So yeah, for anybody, we didn't say the score at the start. Sorry, 7-3. Transfer deadline is the 6th, Nathan. Next Tuesday. He said late stream.
I thought it was the 4th.
It is the 4th.
Yeah.
No, but I'm hoping by telling him it's the 6th, then he'll try transfer on the 5th.
Yeah. Right, great. I'll do it on the 5th then.
On the 5th. I've still got time.
Perfect.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I gave Sheffield a motivational speech to start the season.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is the positive spin that Coach Rames was telling us about.
Exactly. I am here to help you better yourself.
By telling everyone they're going to lose, and then then
you take that as fuel. You'll take that as fuel. Yeah. So you have me to thank for getting better. You are welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah.
I am a benevolent. I'm a benevolent broadcaster. That was the only game in the NFC 1 North. 7-3. Chester go down to the Sheffield Giants. Secretly love the Giants. I'm all about tough love. Yeah, I'm a boomer parent. I'm a boomer parent when it comes to the Giants.
You'll find me when you're older.
100%. But if you're going to get a hiding, I'm going to make you pick the weapon of your torture. You can choose the drug cord, you can choose the belt, or you can choose, I don't know, a fucking cricket bat.
Don't say that. Don't say that word. Come on.
Takes you to the Prem. Just moving on. So people are going to be worried about child abuse now. Oz beats his kids. Oz doesn't have any kids. So fuck it.
Oz beats his cats.
Yeah, he does not. His cat.
Luigi, pick one.
Mate, fucking, I got scratches all up my fucking arm because of Lance. And Luigi's right here. He can hear you. He's staring out the window. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Russ says I should slag off every team in Britball. You see better result. I do. I fucking do. I'm not biased. I don't really.
You don't slag off the players with lack of commitment. Maybe that's what you need to do.
Well, that's because they're not worth it. If they're not going to commit, why should I slag them off so they can improve themselves?
They got to prove you wrong.
No, but they won't because they can't prove anything apart from the fact they're at the fucking
festival. Fuck off.
Yeah. There's no point helping them better themselves. They haven't got the commitment that you need.
Oh, don't. Anyway, go on.
Off to the Prem.
Yeah.
Hertfordshire played London.
I was there. London Blitz. You need to. There's multiple London teams.
Oh, there is multiple London teams.
London.
Hertfordshire Cheetahs played the London Blitz 18.
And it was that was a good game.
Would you like to enlighten people of what the score is?
6-10 to the Cheetahs.
Yes, indeed.
And then, the score sort of tells you what happened. Really, it was a defensive battle. That the defense didn't get scored on. The score for the Cheetahs came from a pick six.
Yeah, but Hertfordshire's close to Bournemouth. There could have been people at the sevens. They might know.
Yeah, but it was the comment. What Tom, one of the commentators, kept saying, I don't understand. There's no history between these clubs. But they're quite chippy, and there was a lot of afters. But then there was a lot of handshakes and stuff, and But speaking to one of the coaches for the Cheetahs before the game, he said there's actually a bit of rivalry between the two clubs, just because they've had players go because they're close to each other. They've had players transfer each way over the years, and not really like the conduct of the way each other behave. So there's as a player, it's like there might be players on the other side of the field that you feel abandoned you, and went to this other club. So there was a lot of needle in it that was sort of wasn't easily understandable if you didn't know the background. Blitz not scored
an offensive two. So they didn't score one against Cambridge, and they didn't score one against Hertfordshire. Apparently, but I wasn't at either game, so I don't know. Because they lost 25-6 to Cambridgeshire.
Yeah, didn't they? They did score. They did score an offense.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, they did score an offense.
Again, I wasn't there. I
was there. If I remember rightly. I know there's a lot of stuff going on.
You were at the game. You should know.
I was stressed out. We scored against.
Yeah, there we go. We scored against Hearts.
Oh, there's Dan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chatting to Dan, he the defensive coordinator for the Blitz. Yeah, I was pretty sure they blocked, kick, return for 6.
So Nathan's now going to argue with the defensive coordinator for the Blitz. How about we leave them to argue in the comments? They can argue in the comments. I have no idea.
Block, kick, return.
The other game in the Prem South.
How can you block a kick return anyway? What are you blocking?
No. So you block a field goal and then you return that. You
block a PAT or a field goal?
Yeah.
Oh, blocked kick, returned for 6. Is that what you're saying? Against the Cats. Okay. What the fuck? Nathan, talk about the current games.
Yeah.
Anyway. Is you fucking talking about shit. So my missus does that. She'll be like, "Oh, so what do you think about the orange one?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" She's like, "Oh, the orange cup that I saw online that you've never seen before." Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's in your fucking head. Stay in the room.
The other game in the Premier South, the London Warriors got business done against the Solent Thrashers. Yeah. I don't know if it's the news, Nathan. I think it's more the person receiving it that might be a little bit slow.
Anyway, but that
London Warriors 65, Solent Thrashers 0.
No, we're going back. We're going back to the Blitz. The game was. What do I think about Fanta? I love it, but I'm diabetic, so I can only have the sugar-free.
Mate, I do not like. I don't like UK Fanta. I prefer.
We're not doing this. My missus is she thinks there's constantly a food
American Fanta.
So she'll drink a Fanta. She'll be like, doesn't taste like it used to. Anything, food. Oh, they put too many chemicals in it. I'm like, oh fuck, shut up! I'll twist your head off. Anyway,
UK Fanta is the wrong shade of orange.
Yeah, when I go to, I was in Austria a couple of weeks ago. It's a much darker.
Yeah, it's
colour.
the wrong. It's the
More
wrong
like
shit.
orange, more orangey, less yellow.
Yeah, it's just it blew my when I first saw it. I was like, this is not okay.
I see. Well, did you know that Lilt? I don't know if you even know what Lilt was, but Lilt used to be like my favorite drink, and that's now a form of Fanta called grapefruit and lemon, I think. And the fact that it says grapefruit annoys me because I don't like grapefruit, and now I can taste Lilt, and now I can taste the grapefruit, and it sort of put me off a bit. So the marketing team have got a lot to answer for because lifelong die-hard Lilt fan it questions his choices now.
Tom's right. Icy lemon is the best Fanta. But only in one way though. It's the fucking like the frozen Fanta machines. So like when you get like a frozen frozen Coke, that's the only way that's the best. Non-frozen Fanta, Jack is right. Grape out of a can. Grape Fanta out of a can is fucking like
the purple one. Is that?
Yeah.
I don't even. It doesn't register with me. That's a different. I seen a blue one once. A blue one in a shop near me.
Yeah, like New Zealand, America, Australia Fanta. There's like fucking 20 different Fanta flavors.
Right.
South African, not just South African, like South African, American, Australian, New Zealand. The Fanta is fucking like luminescent orange. Whereas I got over here and it was just it didn't look right. There's a drink that we have back home called Lift, which is like it's kind of like Fanta lemon. It's like lemon soda, and that was the greatest fucking thing. And when I got over here and I saw Lilt, and I was like, okay, this is going to be like Lift. This is going to be great. And I tasted it, and I tasted grapefruit instantly. And I fucking spat it out.
Never knew it was grapefruit. And now I do. It just ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want it to have, but I feel like it has.
No, can't do it.
The question, this thing, the color orange or the fruit orange, it actually brought back a childhood trauma for me, or memory, you could call it. I remember I was really little, and I didn't know my colors for a long time for some reason when I was in preschool. I used to just shout them out to everyone. They'd be like, "Oh, what color's this brick?" And they'd be like, "Purple," and I'd shout purple with everyone or whatever. No, look, why do people come on here watching one in football? No, we're talking about my fucking preschool thing. So if you want football, go somewhere else. My dad was trying to help me learn colours, right? And he just dropped stuff in every now and then. He'd be like, "Steve, what's this? What colour's that? What colour's that?" And we were reading a book. I could clearly remember this fucking book. It had like a market stall that was selling fruit and veg, and it had oranges in like a crate with a triangle of oranges, and one had fallen off. My dad was pointing at the one that had fallen off. He's like, "Steve, what colour's that?" And I was like, don't know. And he was getting really fucking annoyed at me. And he was going, "What is it? What is it?" I was like, "That's a fruit. That's a fruit." And he was like, "Okay, but then what colour is it?" And
it's a mandarin.
Yeah, and he got so annoyed that he stormed out of my bed, knocked me on the floor, and fucking just left me in my room at bedtime. So I don't know.
What is that?
Colorblind.
What is that? It's a Tamarillo.
Yeah, well, my mum likes to tell this fucking story, but when she told the nursery teacher that I didn't know colours, she was like, "No, Steve knows his colours. He calls them out of everyone else." And they're like, "Yeah, that's the problem. He calls them out of everyone else." And so the fucking teacher held up a orange brick, or I don't know, a red brick, and went, "This is blue," and all the other kids were like, "No. It's red or whatever." And I went, no, it's not. Is it, Sandy? It's blue. Because I wanted to agree with her. So that's how they found out. But anyway, that reminded me of what are my thoughts on pineapple lumps.
The reason we're not talking about football is because the game is Solent versus London, and it just doesn't.
Yeah. Well, let's get back to football.
Solent got the shit kicked out of them.
Apparently, Solent didn't have many players there either. I mean, there was. I think there was the Bournemouth Sevens on.
Wouldn't have mattered. They could have had their entire roster there, and they still would have lost by 60.
Oh no, I just meant numbers that travelled.
Yeah, wouldn't have fucking mattered. They would have got the shit kicked out of them. What's my thoughts on pineapple?
This is going to go on. You're going to get this next week.
Yeah. What's my thoughts on? Right. Pineapple as a fruit, I can't fucking stand. Like if you have like a slice of pineapple, I'm not doing it. Pineapple lumps are incredible. So pineapple lumps are
pineapple fingers. like the long slices of them.
No. This is chocolate covered pineapple sweet from New Zealand, and Australia.
No, fuck off.
Mate, I'll get you a bag. I'll get you a bag. They are fucking incredible. Simon asked. So
I can't have the sugar.
No, nothing about South Prem. Halfway
before we go on to that, I just thought of another thing that someone said earlier. Will the Blitz? Do you think the Blitz B and the Blitz will merge next year? Yes, is my answer. I think they will.
I was going to say no.
Oh, that's interesting. Right, let's move on.
No, there's nothing about what's the views on the Warriors performing better or worse than last year.
I think they're better. I think they're performing's interesting. I think they're a better team this year. They've benefited from I think about 8 GB players transferring to them from the Blitz.
I was going to say Micah would tell you they're a much better team. Like the entire starting defense apparently for the Warriors is now ex-Blitz, which were all GB players and stuff like that. So I don't think they merge. And Dan agrees with me.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Well, Dan's a DC for the Blitz, so
yeah, he doesn't want to have to coach fucking B level players. He's like, no fucking merger.
Okay, cheers, Dan. Yeah, I thought they would, but. There you go.
I think
got it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, don't call Dan a horse. That's not very nice. Yeah, I think they are better this year. I do think they are better this year. Obviously, you can look at the London-Bristol game, but Bristol took one off them last year. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting though because that was a 17-14 at the Warriors' home ground. So then the reverse fixture when they go to Bristol, be very, very interesting. All eyes on that to see what the
we will be bringing it to you live
on Sport Tank,
and I cannot wait. I'll be there.
It's going to be a banger of a game. It's going to be an absolute banger of a game. And our predictions, me and Micah both said Warriors plus 60. We got so bored of predicting Warriors and Titans games, we started to add a fucking points differential.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And we both said Warriors plus 60, and we were right.
If Blitz they drop, do they what?
No, it's relegation. They're not going to get relegated because Solent's in the same fucking division as them, so they don't have to worry about relegation. They can focus on next season. There was another Prem game. There was Premiership North. There was 2 of them. 2 Premiership North games.
Yeah.
Newcastle Vikings.
They won 8-0.
And they travelled up to Scotland, so it was a home game for EKP. Beat them 8-0.
Good result.
And someone mentioned earlier on in the chat that when we were talking about terrible reffing, that EKP had 2 scores taken off the board.
Oh.
So here we go. Tony's just piped up. EKP Vikings was a flag fest. A lot of the flags were correct call. A lot of the flags were correct calls, but a couple of iffy ones though. That's every game though.
I think everyone knows that that's going to happen in any game.
The only thing is, you pray that those iffy calls are not consequential iffy calls. You pray that it's like an iffy call on a regular fucking hold at like the midfield or something.
I don't pray at all.
You
in my life I've ever prayed once.
So you hope. You don't pray, you hope.
Yeah. I have hope.
You have So when something goes wrong for somebody else, you send them thoughts and hopes.
Thoughts and hopes. Yeah, I do think as well. Yeah, so that's true.
Yeah, for sure. I hope it gets better for you.
Yeah. I don't pray.
No, God no. I wouldn't dream that you would. There could never be something in this universe that would be more powerful and more important than you.
No, well, actually, I just don't think there's anything worth worshipping. That's my view.
Apart from yourself.
Any higher power worth.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There couldn't be a higher power. Like then you would have to acknowledge that you aren't the highest power in your own household.
Not that. Just don't. They can fuck off. Basically.
Do you not even pray for Donny? Are you hopes for Donny? Are you hashtag hope for Donny?
Hope for Donny, yeah. Hope for Donny.
Mate, it doesn't have the same ring.
Just hope, I don't pray.
What about thoughts? Is it thoughts for Donny?
I don't know why he thinks it's a flex. It's not a flex. I was just saying.
Look, Harrison Butker.
You pray, and I said, no, I don't pray.
The reverse. You are the reverse Harrison Butker, and I need you just to chill out for a second. Do you understand that reference at all? Because you don't really pay attention to it. Yeah, it's don't worry. It was a Kansas City Chiefs kicker went to a university, a very Christian university, so St. Benedict's University. He got invited to be the commencement speaker, and he came out at the university commencement speech, and obviously, very religious organization. You know, everything is based around religion. He's a very religious man. He spoke about his faith and everything like that. But he also sort of came out and said that the best thing that a woman could do with her life was become a wife and a mother. Like,
brilliant. And that's
everyone. Yeah, and then obviously it fucked off the nuns because the nuns were like, no, the best thing a woman can do is like praise God. And then it fucked off all the women who were like, how are you going to speak to these graduating women who've just spent 4 years on a degree?
Yeah, what are you going to do with your degree? Yeah,
tell them they need to go home and be homemakers. So it did not go down. Did not go down well.
The woman's place is in the kitchen.
He was pretty. He said that like his wife. He was talking about his wife. Yeah, we'll get back to. Well, this is football, but we'll get back to Britball. EKP had a couple of good drives, should have punched in at the end, but fumbled the snap, and the Vikings knelt it out. So victory formation there for Newcastle.
Good. I said that's a good win. That's a good win for the Vikings. And you know they're a top 4 team in the country.
Yes, they are. I would have liked it to be more convincing. I get traveling on the road to Scotland.
They're a playoff team in the north.
For sure, absolutely. They are the second best team in the north.
Yeah,
but it's the reverse fixture, because I saw them play EKP at home. I saw Newcastle play EKP at home. And I thought that there were so many points that they left off the board with just like silly mistakes or just a couple of like 50-50 plays that at any given Sunday could go like, the ball tips off the fingers of the receiver and it's like, if he takes a different angle, all that sort of shit. Like I felt like they could have played a lot better and they completely just shut EKP down. So I thought with the reverse fixture of the game, yes, you're traveling up to Scotland. It is, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, but it's fine. Like I was hoping that they would put together a more convincing performance this time round because they've still got the reverse fixture against Manchester on the docket to come, which is going to be, the game that they're probably fucking focused. They should be focused on every game, but that's the big one. That's the glaring one. You're like, we got close to them first time round.
Yeah. They could take the number 1 seed.
We want to fucking topple them. So
I mean, yeah, it's a tall order in my opinion, but they've given themselves an opportunity, a chance to do it, which is
for sure
brilliant. Weather was horrible, mate. The weather yesterday in fucking London. It was. We went through like 3 different seasons. It was crazy.
Yeah, we had 4 seasons in one day. Hit Newcastle
so badly, like in the build up to the Cheetahs game. It was unbelievable. There were like pools of water in it. It was I hated it. I don't like rain anyway, and even though we had the gazebo, we still got absolutely fucking drenched.
The other game happened kind of in a way. Manchester got on the field and scored a lot of points, and I don't know if Merseyside were there or not. Manchester 76, Merseyside 0.
Business as usual. Move on to the next.
It's just fucking just bring on next season for Merseyside. Have fun in Div 1. Like,
that's a good one from Aaron. He did. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He was going to go to EKP, ended up in EKM. He took a tube, didn't he? Took a train down, took a tube.
Up. He was down in Portsmouth.
Oh,
he's got family. Fuck off.
That was it. Man, I lived there. I lived there for 3 years. I can talk shit about Portsmouth.
No, it's the best place you've ever lived.
Definitely not.
Definitely is.
Definitely. Not even the best place I've ever lived in the UK.
It's the best place you've ever lived. Go on.
Right. Next week's fixtures, I suppose.
Oh, do we have to do it? Fuck it. Yeah, go on.
We don't. I mean, we don't have.
I was hoping we were finished. Go on. Let's wrap this out. This is a fucking 2-hour one. It was always going to be.
But this is usually where fucking Micah chips in and gives them all to me, and I don't have to do anything.
You asking me to do something here?
Nah, I've got it. It's fine.
I don't want it. Yeah, if it's on me, then we'll just end the live stream there.
So there's no Prem this week. We've got
There is. Oh, what is it this week? It's an international break. I think it's a GB camp. So obviously Jason Scott there. Hopefully everything stays above board. No one gets their hands put on them where they shouldn't have. And I pray for that. I pray that everyone.
No, you don't. You don't though.
No,
you're a liar.
I do pray.
You're a liar. You vehemently said you don't pray. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar.
I just did a weather update. A rant and a new cat treat predict. I haven't done any cat treat. Yeah, that's
Well, that's where we go. I mean, do you want to make one prediction, and we can both? You can be from the cat jar.
Yeah. I don't mind doing predictions, but I'm not gonna like that. They will stay within this broadcast. I'm not publishing my predictions on our social media channels.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Micah.
It's a good thing that this broadcast goes out to nobody whatsoever, so no one will be able to say that you actually fucking
there's no proof of it. No one can ever prove what I said.
No proof. Yeah, the internet retains no proof whatsoever.
Yeah.
So because there's no Prem, we start in NFC 1 Scottish.
2 games.
And we've got the fucking cat treat jar.
Is this what you do?
Post-it notes. Yep.
Right. Oh, right. You do this because it's so unpredictable.
No, it's not even the fact that it's unpredictable. It's just like I stopped giving a fuck after one team had a giant whinge. And was like, you don't know what, you don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, you're right. You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to this division. I have no idea. No idea. And the other part is the other divisions I actually take an interest in.
It is. Like both of those games are tough to call, actually.
Are they?
You're right.
I wouldn't know because I don't pay attention to them. I couldn't give a shit. It's like, don't get me wrong. Like I like the Stags because they gave me free shirts. And they gave my missus some free t-shirts. But I feel like my support for the Stags is publicly noted because I wear those shirts out in public.
Yeah.
I go to unrelated Britball games wearing that merch.
I don't think you're scouting them or whatever.
100%. Yeah, I'm trying to recruit people from Newcastle to come play in Inverness.
No, I don't mean like recruitment. I just meant like open them out. Like, what do they run? All that sort of
stuff. Scouting out those Div 2 teams just in case they have to play an NFC 1 Scottish next year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Predict Luigi to come up first. Luigi's already here. So, yeah, that prediction is 100% right. Right. I've already fucked this up because I have folded all 4 of them up and I've put them all in together. So we could very well get a team that shouldn't be playing. Inverness is a lovely place, Tony. It absolutely is. It's a fucking beautiful place. Yep, Luigi's here. He's sitting right below me. Right, we're going to rattle the jar. Oh, Zelda's here now as well. Right. So, in the case of... I don't know who's playing who because I haven't unfilled one of these things yet. We'll fucking unfold this. So in the case of Inverclyde versus Clyde Valley.
The Goliaths. Okay.
The Goliaths.
That's your prediction, is it?
That's my prediction. That's how I do it. So I'm backing the Goliaths.
Okay.
In the case of Glasgow versus Highland, I could very well pick Clyde Valley because it's still in the box.
You just put them all into... Clyde Valley are going to beat the Tigers versus
the fucking misses. The misses is on the stream.
The misses? Oh, yeah. Hi, Jody.
Glasgow. In the case of Highland versus Glasgow.
Okay. I'll pick the other 2 teams then.
Okay, you pick the other 2. Well, I don't write anything down for you, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, but I'll just let everyone know that's what I'm picking.
But the other ones are still in there, so they'll be there for next week.
Okay.
Right. Go down to NFC 1 North. Chester Romans versus Scunthorpe Alpin.
Alpin?
Yeah, the Scunthorpe Helpers. Chester Romans versus Scunthorpe Alphas.
That's a good game. That's a good game.
It will be.
Oh, I'm going to go Scunthorpe. I like Scunthorpe. I like Chester too, but I'm going to go Scunthorpe.
I'm 100% picking Scunthorpe as well. I still think they win that division.
Oh, right. Okay.
No, second in that division. Nottingham's in the division. Sorry.
Yeah, Nottingham. Doing well. Giants over Rams.
Yeah, I'm taking the Giants over the Rams as well in a Yorkshire battle, West Yorkshire versus South Yorkshire.
Look at you showing off your geographical knowledge.
I know, right? Alphas walk it, Tony reckons.
Oh, I don't think so. They're all good games in NFC 1 North.
NFC 1 North.
Not the Rams. The Rams are getting dicked, aren't they?
No, the Rams came back and won one of them. They beat someone. They beat someone we didn't think they would. Right, Birmingham Bills, Northants Knights. Obviously, now we know that Northants is
all coming off of a win against
I will be giving the treats after the stream, Tom. Fuck off. Northants coming off the loss against the Revs.
But who are the Bulls coming off of a win against? They just won.
Leicester. They just beat the brakes off Leicester.
Okay, I'm gonna go Northants.
I'm going to take Northants as well because I'm hoping that them losing their QB as the north of the M4 Steve doesn't get 100%.
Yeah, that's true. I live just south of the M4 actually, so yeah, that's true.
Anything? I'm taking the Knights, and I'm hoping that their QB is back for this game.
Yes.
Panthers Revolution.
Yeah,
is this really worth discussion? It's not a case of who wins, but more by how many. Oh God, the fucking bottom feeders of SFC1 East. Norwich Devils versus Kent Exiles. Apparently Norwich has their Americans back. And
is that where you've gone next? Sorry, I thought you. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just on League Republic and I'm just scrolling down.
Right.
I can't trust our website to have anything accurate.
It's fucked, yeah, I'll get it fixed one day. Devils and I'm going Exiles.
So it's at Norwich.
The trek.
It's at Norwich, and Norwich apparently has their Americans back.
They apparently they do, but they didn't when we watched them. So
they came back last week. We were told.
Yeah. So we live streamed their game.
What, last week?
No. Yeah, I think so. The Devils versus someone sounds about right.
Oh,
have a look. Olympians week 5, 2 weeks ago. So apparently they had Americans back for that, and there were a few American accents, but there wasn't great American gameplay there. Yeah, cheers, Bradley. Thank you, mate. So yeah, I as long as there's not a rugby sevens tournament in Kent, I'm going with the Exiles.
I don't think that would matter because I don't think there'd be anybody worth talking about that would, leave the Exiles lineup because I'm not sure if there is anyone. I'm going to take Norwich.
They were Americans.
They were. And Dan said that Norwich have 4 to 5 Americans back, definitely more dangerous on offense. I'm going to take Norwich. I'm going to take the Devils.
I didn't when I don't know if you were at the game, Dan, actually, but when I saw them against the Olympians, I was expecting, a night and day difference, and in terms of performance from Norwich, and it wasn't there. So I wasn't that impressed with them. If indeed they were playing, I don't know. I'm not that up on personnel for different teams, but if that was the Americaned up Norwich Devils, then they weren't that impressive.
We were told they were back for week 6, so that would be the week after we saw them play the Olympians.
Okay.
Right. In SFC1 Central, Wimbledon Stallions travel to Oxford Saints.
I like Oxford, right? They're another team I like. We've done a lot of live streams with them and stuff. It's like they're a I can't think of the right analogy. They're like an injured cat that won't get put down.
Fuck.
And what I mean from this is, last year they should have been relegated from the division,
but they couldn't be. Yeah.
This year they should be relegated, but they won't because the London Hornets are going to go down.
Oh yeah.
They're like it's like a euthanasia situation.
I was going to say they're definitely like a kid.
Let them go down because this could tear their club up. I mean, they're out of sorts in this division. They're a capable organisation, and they just need a little bit of success on the field, and they can turn things around there. They got everything right. They just need to drop down and rebuild a bit. And this is hopefully that can happen somehow, some reorganisation or whatever. But it's looking like they're just being held up against their will.
It's definitely like a kid with fucking stage 4 cancer or something that just needs to be put down.
Did you say a kid or a kitten?
No, a kid. How is that any different from saying a kitten?
Well, a cat. You're a typical cat owner's answer that doesn't have kids.
Well, you're right. I don't have kids because I don't want them because they're loud and they're attacks on society. They don't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
They don't contribute. They don't contribute.
What, kids?
Yeah.
The whole point is that they end up contributing, so that's why you look after
overpopulation. They contribute to overpopulation.
What do cats do? Sorry, what do cats contribute?
They provide dopamine
for
humans.
Right. Okay, cool.
Typical man who doesn't own a cat. Miserable prick.
Yeah.
Has the TikTok account been permanently banned now?
I hope not. Let me have a look. Yeah, I don't think so. I turned the stream off. Like, it wasn't like we got kicked. We just got a warning or something.
I don't get why the theoretical non-realistic child that has stage 4 cancer is so dramatic. Like, it's not a real child.
It's not a real cat.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's why I felt like mine and yours, there was no different. Like, neither of them exist.
Cats overpopulate if left unchecked. Dogs are better. Yeah, dogs are better than cats.
I would love a dog, but we can't have a dog in our house. So it's unfortunate.
Because you've got 3 fucking cats.
Yeah, because we've got 3 cats. No, we don't have a backyard. Like, our backyard is non-existent. So
I want to get a dog. But my boys need to be a bit older. They're a bit too young now. Like, the fucking youngest one will probably hurt it unintentionally. You know, like,
this probably says a million things about me. But if I was going to own a dog, I'd probably want something like an XL bully. Like, I'd like a big dog.
So I like the idea of getting a Rottweiler, but I know I don't want to go for it. I'll probably need something a little. I was looking at what the fuck are they called? Some sort of terrier, a little dog basically.
Some terriers are cool.
Border terrier.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, border terriers are cool. I don't like Boston terriers. They look like they look like pugs with extra chromosomes. Like, I'm not a fan. Like, it looked like pugs are already fucked up. Like, it looks like someone's just taken a pug and just pushed it as hard as they can into a wall.
Eyes pop out and shit.
But then with the border terrier, it feels like they've sort of pushed it as hard as they can to a wall, but then got like forceps to prise some things apart as well. So the push is just on a different angle. It's fucked up. Back to football. But
no, TikTok hasn't been banned permanently. It wasn't banned. It was just, I think their algorithm picked up swearing or abuse or whatever.
They picked up my vernacular.
And then
Rushmore travels to Portsmouth.
Let's get rid of it.
Rushmore travels to Portsmouth.
Rushmore wins.
Rushmore does win. Rushmore travels to Portsmouth and they win. We're both saying that the Stallions win, right? Like, against Oxford, like that was not really like we never actually
The Stallions are like the number 2 team in that division.
Yes they are, because the wheels are falling off in Portsmouth.
Jesus is the
is the way and the life.
With a cat picture. This is
no, but you know why? He knows that you now pray for certain things. Not you just said earlier. You were like, I don't pray, and then you're like, I do pray.
No, I was just joking. Like, that's one thing I would pray for, but I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, you should pray for Jesus.
Have we picked up religious nuts?
I'm a religious.
Imagine if we had like a religious fight in the comments. I'd fucking love it.
Oh God.
Jews, Muslims, Buddhists, Christians, all just fucking.
But I want to. The thing is, right? I want to see like the Hindus or something come waging through with their fucking pantheon of like 1,000 gods. Like, that is like. I preferably would like sort of old style culture, like the Roman gods and the Greek gods and the North
some mythological. Does your god have hooves? Because mine does.
Yeah. Like, no, but the ones that actually got like actively involved in shit. Like, I liked the ones that decided to fuck people's day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, your dog. Why do I keep saying dog? Did you fuck someone?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Demigod? Have you got a demigod?
Yeah, like that's the thing. They would fuck people's day up, and then if you were in Zeus's case, he would just fuck you, and then you would damn child.
Oh, is that your mum? Is that your mum?
Yeah. Where's your dad?
No, mum over there.
Yeah, where's your dad? Oh, mine went to Tesco. Mine went back to Mount Olympus. Like, it's like we should just start actively when people who do not have fathers anymore, 100% should be fucking just claiming that, like, for me, like my old man died fucking like nearly 20 years ago. I might just start claiming that my dad is Zeus. Like, I'm just going to be like, no, he had to go back to Mount Olympus.
Steve prays to the god of cricket. I do, yeah. I hope it fucking strikes down.
You did. You prayed to the god of cricket, and now Pete's gone.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, SFC 1 West, South Wales travel to Hereford.
Oh, Hereford.
Oh, okay. I'm taking South Wales.
Okay.
The thing is, if you'd asked me at the start of the season, and nobody did, but I still gave my opinion anyway, who the second best team in the division was, I said Somerset. I no longer think that's true. I think South Wales is the second best team in this division.
Okay.
NFC 2 East, Doncaster Mustangs travel up to Darlington to play the Steam.
Steam.
I think this is going to be Steam by a lot. Like, yeah. I think we're going to see a 50 burger at least.
Steam are doing all right at the moment, aren't they?
They are top of that division. They are the best team in that division. I think they are going to put 50 on Donny at least.
Will they run out of steam? Who knows?
Hey, same division, different teams. Wakefield District Raiders go on the road to play the Lincolnshire Bombers.
I was obviously Wakefield District.
Is it? Well,
yeah.
I'm taking the Bombers because they're at home and they can have all the talent that decided not to get on the bus to play in Gateshead.
Raiders.
Right, fuck yeah. Now, every team that I know in like professional sports that has a name, the Raiders, like their fans just fucking
off their heads.
Yeah. Like obviously you've got like Oakland / Las Vegas / LA when they were there. Like all three sets of those fans are just fucking batshit crazy. Yeah. There's a rugby league team in Australia called the Canberra Raiders. Their fans are just absolute like wino swinging gronks, like just feral human beings.
The Wealdstone Raiders.
The Wealdstone Raider, yeah, fucking hell. You want some?
Oh, the Wealdstone Raider.
Yeah, the Wealdstone Raider.
That guy's unhinged. You know what?
He'll give it you if you want some.
You seen the original clip?
Just the tiny small clip, not the full fucking.
No, mate. Well, I remember when it first came out, I watched it. I was like, mate, if that was me, I'd have just chinned that geezer. I would have just fuck fuck you. Just
no, but he would have given it.
I don't know what a geezer like. I know like he's like this little fucking.
I don't think you understand, Steve. If you wanted some, he would have given it you.
Well, I would have given it him first.
He would have given it you.
I would have fucking. There would be no. It would be a different meme, and he would have got any sort of.
He would have just been out cold. No video. It would have just been Get the Wealdstone Raider on a live streaming.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got
I don't think I could stand the geezer. I think he'd just wind me up.
I don't think he's got a lot of
prick.
I think he was just.
Who the fuck turns around to someone and goes, "Oh, you want Ken? I'll give it you." Like,
I feel like you might after a few.
You're watching, like a fucking grassroots level football team play, and he's just a prick.
He got University SU tour out of that. He was actually getting. He made money off of it because people were paying him.
For him, but like at his core, he's a prick.
He's a prick. Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's not a nice, good person. He's a fucking prick.
SFC 2 East. The Essex Tridents go on the road to play the Ouse Valley Eagles.
Tridents.
Yeah, mate, they're looking like this is something we've spoken about multiple times, Micah and I. Two bad teams can make a good team, and the Tridents have proven that.
Two wrongs make a right.
Yeah, two wrongs make a right, 100%. It's the same thing as like maths, the negative times the negative equals a positive.
Yeah, two negatives multiplied, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, good on them.
SFC 2 West. Sussex Thunder go on the road to play in Berkshire, or as Micah likes to call it, Berkshire.
Oh, don't. It's Berkshire.
I correct him every time. It's okay.
So down the road from me, I think we're live streaming that game.
I think we are.
Tebs will be live streaming that one. I'm down in Portsmouth.
Why not send Tebs to Portsmouth if this one's just down the road from you?
I know. Well, because Portsmouth's even further for him, so this way we're sort of splitting the difference.
And you get to go home, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have Sunday dinner at home if you do a live stream and like not at home? Do you have Sunday dinner with your mum if you do?
What if I do a game that kicks off at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock and?
Well, yeah, because it would finish at like 5:30.
Sunday roast is like an afternoon thing, isn't it?
Is it? I thought it was a fucking dinner.
Dinner is in the northern sense being lunch.
No, I mean like tea. Like have it for your tea.
No, it's this would be an interesting debate. I bet this fucking kicks off. I always saw it as like a late lunch meal, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. You eat your Sunday
So does that mean you're not having a tea then?
You would have in the northern sense, you would have a light tea.
Well, what do you call dinner? Like, what is dinner?
So
dinner
I
your
use
nighttime
breakfast,
meal?
lunch, and dinner because I'm a southerner.
Okay, that's fine.
But the phrase Sunday dinner for me is dinner in the northern sense, which is lunch.
Right. Okay. To me,
So
the word
it's the Sunday roast lunch.
Right. So to me, the words dinner and tea are interchangeable. Like both of them mean the nighttime meal. Like lunch is lunch. It's breakfast, lunch, and then you
I see that. Yeah, that's how I see it. So I would have it as a roast late lunch.
Right. Okay. So Sunday lunch is like okay.
I don't have them though, because my missus don't cook them.
Well, that's why you got to go home for it.
Yeah, my mum. Yeah, my dad's good at cooking. Actually, he'd do one.
There we go.
No, I'm not doing that this weekend.
Well, who's going to win between Sussex and Berkshire?
I'm going to pick Berkshire. I like Sussex. Obviously, I've already sort of expressed that.
I'll take the Thunder. I've kind of shit on them in the season.
I'm picking my local side.
All right, I've kind of shit on.
Sorry, I'm fidget. I always fidget with stuff. This is a letter opener, by the way. In case anyone thinks I'm messing with a knife, I thought
it was scissors.
Just so. Oh right, okay, yeah, cool. I just realised that it's on the fucking stream.
Interdivisional match in SFC 2. Colchester Gladiators take on the Swindon Storm.
Oh, Gladiators.
Yeah, 100% the Gladiators.
Get a delivery lunch while streaming. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a good you couldn't get a Sunday lunch.
Like you get a carvery. You could get a Toby carvery.
Oh, it wouldn't be good on delivery though, is what I'm saying. Like, fuck getting
you wouldn't have a proper plate or cutlery. You'd have to.
Yeah, the gravy would probably be all over the fucking delivery bag. Like, it would just be shithouse. It just wouldn't be good. It's just one of those things that just would not be good delivered. I think that's every game. That is every game. So well done. You've made no predictions whatsoever that people will ever be able to tie back to you.
Secret.
Yeah. So there we go. Aaron's just said it sweats in the box. Yeah, the meat would. It would sweat in the box. It'd be a fucking shit delivery thing.
Sweats in the box.
Yeah. The steam would fucking.
Yeah, I know. It just sounds funny.
Also, unpopular opinion: Yorkshire puddings are overrated as fuck.
Oh really? No, I like a Yorkshire pudding.
Nah, this shithouse.
And you live in Yorkshire, don't you?
I lived in Yorkshire. I'm now northeast, further up. Yeah.
What are you, Tyneside? Is that what the
Tyne and Weir? Well, no, actually, I'm County Durham. I'm on the border. So I'm classified as County Durham, but I'm like literally about fucking. If I drive for 5 minutes, I'm in. Take that back. If I drive for 5 minutes, I'm in Gateshead. So it's like, which is Tyne and Weir. So it's right on the fucking border.
You're right on the border, yeah.
Yeah. And then below us is North Yorkshire. And then if you go, like, you've got North Yorkshire and Teesside, so like Middlesbrough and shit all that way. There's no Middlesbrough team, which is like the only team there is that way. It's Darlington.
Or Sunderland team.
Well, I think there was a Sunderland team at one point.
Sunderland Spartans University, but you don't have a Sunderland senior team.
Well, they go to Gateshead, so that makes sense to me because it's still there. Right. Like you've got the Newcastle Vikings, you got the Gateshead Senators. Like I don't know if the catchment area is big enough to have a Newcastle team, but there's nobody in Middlesbrough. Like there's nobody in the T. The closest it is Darlington. There's nobody else in that sort of Teesside area. You've got Darlington, and then you have to keep going down the fucking coast past, and you get to Lincolnshire. But
there should be no teams in that area anyway. There's only 4. They should just get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Have them playing the NFC 1 Scottish.
In Scotland, yeah. Give Scotland a Div 1, Div 2 structure.
Right. I think we've managed to thoroughly offend everybody on stream.
Hopefully.
It's been a long Hartlepool monkey hangers. What? Like, I feel that's just...
I don't know if there's some sort of story behind it.
Mate, I feel that's...
name, but...
That just seems inherently racist to me. I don't know why. That just seems inherently racist. Like, I don't know.
You made it racist by calling it racist. It wasn't before that.
Yeah, you've got to pay Micah's bail before 10. You've got to bail him out before 10.
Nah, fuck that. I want to go and watch Jack Reacher.
Oh, have you not finished it yet?
We only started it a few days ago.
Great show. Yeah,
it's good. At the beginning, it's a bit like... I felt it was a bit cliche, but it's got better.
He's much better than
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise's.
I want to watch the Tom Cruise one now though, because I don't understand. Like everyone mentions how big Jack Reacher is, and they must cut all of that out in the Tom Cruise.
Oh, mate, because Tom Cruise is like 5'7", so he's nice.
That.
Yeah, he's tiny. It's absolutely tiny. But the thing I love is I always.
Not the backstory I was expecting, but
I feel like we're just in the stream there.
Aaron's on point.
I feel like that right then. We should have just cut to black. We should have just cut.
Jack Reacher if you can, guys.
Yeah. No, it's the I find hard reconciling between the fact that he's Reacher and he was also Thad Castle in Blue Mountain State. Yeah,
but he looked much different.
No, that's the thing. He looked massively different, and his high-pitched voice and everything. That's the thing. So my brain finds it very hard to reconcile.
He looked a bit ratty in, when he wasn't this
a college linebacker.
Yeah. Prior to heavy roids and heavy lifting.
Yeah.
But he does look awesome in Reacher.
That's the thing. Like, but my brain's always like, that's Thad. Like, I saw that man run. I saw that man take a shot of rabies in his cheek, and I saw him run up and down a fucking. Up and down a football field with an Oreo squeezed between his butt cheeks. Yeah. Like it's so. But I think we're going to end it there. That's cool. We've gone like half an hour longer than me and Micah usually do because me and you never know when to shut the fuck up.
Well, yeah.
And we're not going to see you for a while, are we? When do we get to?
I've got a couple of substitutions. This one was last minute, wasn't it? Like Micah obviously
got arrested,
stabbed that old lady. So. But she pulled a knife. She went for him. So, does her age really matter when she's trying to do?
I'm just glad he actually fucking defended himself for once, rather than just being like, you know what?
Yeah. Do you know what?
I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong. Stab away. Like,
but got her right in the guts apparently. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's
They were tempted to call self-defense.
The type of wound will actually denote whether it's like. Oh, he's out. He's out.
You know what? Yeah. They were going to call self-defense until he stabbed her the 7th time.
I had him. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Did they get CCTV footage of it?
How is this still going on?
What? How did you get bailed out before? You were getting bailed out at 10. How are you free?
Bailed out of what? What have I missed?
Well, you missed the vital organs, apparently.
Yeah, she walked it off.
I'm not gonna dive deep into it, but
no, it's not your fault, mate.
Well, you didn't. It was shallow. It was just a flesh wound. It was shallow.
I'm gonna have to watch this back now.
It's not you. It's not your fault.
100%.
You just fucking.
You've spent weeks getting attacked by me over your power rankings that you've managed to finally learn how to defend yourself.
Yeah, and
as Aaron has just pointed out.
I'm gonna.
Anyway, let's finish there because it's funny.
Show us the ankle bracelet. Thank you very much for joining the rundown. I'm Oz. That's Steve. That's Micah. You can't see my hands go further down. Tonight's episode was brought to you by Stabbing Old Women, Marble Runs, Rugby 7, and Monkey Hangings. We will be back next.